Welcome to the WCB Podcast, episode 719. Our buddy Chris is in the house talking about prescribed fire and land management. If you need something done on your farm, look in the episode description. We have his info in there. Hit him up. Great dude. We appreciate his hard work and coming out and hanging out with us. And I apologize, Chris. Your episode got moved back a couple of weeks. We had some schedule changes and some stuff going on, but it's all good. We're getting back on the pony here. Summer's underway. The WCB shoot is next weekend. It's June 21st at Galesburg Archery Club in Rio, Illinois, R-I-O, Illinois. Just between New Windsor and Galesburg is where that's at. If you go to WORKINGCLASS.com, there's a shoot tab that has all the information you need to find where it's at. And then starting at 7 p.m. that night, we're doing a after-party get-together at the Depot in New Windsor, Illinois. So you guys can... normally we have it at Jiggs's Tavern. We're going to do that next year. We're probably going to alternate every year depending on how everything goes. Jiggs's Tavern's always been amazing. Shout out to everybody over there. And I felt bad for moving it, but this year we wanted to try it. You know, you guys can eat dinner at the Depot and then just stay there for the after party when typically we'd run to one spot then run to the other. So 7 a.m. to 2 is registration on the course. It's $20 registration. We got a ton of giveaways coming. We have the Solo Cup shoot down. We're going to do a curly shoot down on the steel buck target. Bring some cash, money prizes, stuff like that, little competitions. We're going to have our booth there with new merch. We got some new hip quiver, like exclusive to the shoot items coming here. Hopefully they get here in time. They're on schedule. So got a bunch of cool stuff planned. So come out to the shoot, June 21, Galesburg Archery Club. That's next weekend if you're listening to this in real time. We'll share a beer afterwards and talk about hunting and all that fun stuff. Hunting camp in late June. That's what we want. What else? Bear camp, Old Barn Taxidermy, WCB Bear Camp, and Northwoods Lodge up in Ontario was incredible. We went 8 for 8 on bears. Top-notch everything. It was amazing. Best bear hunting experience I've ever had. We have a camp episode that's going to come out of that. I hope it sounds good. But, man, what a good time. We'll keep everybody updated on what spots are available. But I have a really hard feeling that's going to be really strong feeling that's going to be a hard camp to get into just because of what it's going to be. I can already tell that now. What else? A couple new announcements. What are our new announcements? A couple partnership changes and just growth and changes on our end and their end. No bad blood, just growth, and still love these brands and support them. And we'll get into the details on that. But, the mobile hunting thing for us is changing on all fronts from saddles and tree stands. And we love everybody at both spots and everything we've done. But we're moving on. It's all good. It's just kind of life and business and growth, and we're excited for the future. So we got a big announcement coming. Another thing, Unhinged series is in the works. Jordan's chopping away at that. We'll let you guys know where you can watch all that stuff. YouTube for sure, possibly Waypoint, and we'll go from there. The podcast is presented by Grizzly Coolers. We had a stack full of grizzlies or of black bears in a grizzly. We brought the 450, got some dry ice, and had those babies frozen all the way home from Ontario. So use code WCB at Grizzly. There's a cooler for your needs. Every size, every application, from going to the beach or fishing with a 12-pack or sodas to putting black bears in a Grizzly 450. Pretty badass. Big Time, code WCB 2025. Save you 20% at Big Time and be prepping up for your fall plots or supplemental feed if you can do that in your state, or come to the shoot and maybe get some free Big Time, because I think they're bringing over 50 acres of food plot seed at the shoot. Shit, that'll cover your entry fee for registration right there. Huntworth Gear, huntworthgear.com. Vertec, Tarnin, all the top camo patterns, in our opinion, that are there. And Huntworth is the shit. Hoyt Archery, RX9 Ultra can kill a black bear pretty efficiently. I have photo evidence of it. Leupold Optics, eyewear came in clutch. Another shout out, thanks to everyone who got on Black Ovis and ordered the Stay Mad at 'em tee. I think there's still some available. Use code WCB when you go there. It's an exclusive collab with WCB, Black Ovis, and Dustin DeTilio. So check that out. Blackgate trail cameras. My goals are July 4th week. I'm getting all my Blackgates back out with solar panels and everything. and staying the fuck out of there and let them babies soak, because I know they'll work from 4th of July until where I'm going in to hunt, especially with good batteries and a solar panel. So think about that. Check out Blackgate Trail Cams, Dialed Archery, Victory Archery, Luma Trailers, LumaKLM.com, Old Barn Taxidermy. We're going to do some stuff for whitetail focus stuff with them coming. And the Old Barn G2 Taxidermy podcast is coming back in July. So Sam's recovering from a knee surgery. Got to get him back on it. Deercast, AAE, and Evolution Outdoors. Thank you guys for the interaction on last week's episode. I thought it went great. It was a ton of fun, and we've had a lot of great feedback, and thank you for calling Doug gay. So that's cool. And Mountain Ops, code WCB, and I'm going to let you get to the episode. I'm a little strung out on Mountain Ops Ignite right now, which is why I probably sound like I'm talking 100 mile an hour, or I feel that way anyway. Thanks for the support. Hopefully we'll see you at the shoot. Remember, all the promo codes for all our partners are at the partners tab at WORKINGCLASSbowhunter.com, and new merch coming. So look out for that. We appreciate your guys' support. Enjoy this episode.
Hey everybody, this is Mark Drury with Drury Outdoors.
Hey all you deer hunters, this is Jimmy John.
This is Jared Mills.
Hey everybody, this is Caitlin Moss.
Hey guys, this is Jared Scheffler from Whitetail Adrenaline.
What's up guys, Josh Sparks from Midwest Whitetail.
Hey, this is Nick Mutt from Bone Collector.
This is Chancey Walters.
Working Class Bow Hunter. Working Class Bow Hunter. Working Class Bow Hunter Podcast.
Working Class Bowhunter Podcast.
WCB.
Working Class Bow Hunter. Working Class Bow Hunter. You're listening to the Working Class Bow Hunter. That's right, this is the podcast for Billy Joe Lunchbucket, the working man, just like me and you. My name's Travis T-Bone Turner from the Bone Collector. Thank you for tuning in.
Those people on that pod, those hosts are a little unhinged.
Working Class. Working Class.
Working Class Bow Hunter.
You're listening to my buddies on Working Class Bow Hunter.
Best motherfucking podcast on the planet.
Episode 717 of the WCB pod.
That's right.
Why are we like inching closer to halfway? And that means 800 is going to be closer. That means we had to probably drink Malort again.
I'm not looking forward to it.
Is it sad that we're dreading 800 episodes because of Malort?
Could drink it right now.
All right, go get it. Judd, go grab it. On it.
Couple shy classes.
Put your money where your mouth is.
Kurt
like,
Geyer
Why did I say that?
You're the reason why we're doing this right now.
Yeah, Kurt Geyer is speaking. I'm regretting speaking here. It's hot as fucking here, first of all.
It is warm.
Eric, good to see you.
Yep, good to see you too.
Doug Schmidt here.
How you been, Doug?
Wish I wouldn't have said what I just said.
Hey, how'd you guys do without me?
We did good.
We did pretty good.
Yeah.
I laughed at the clips. I wish it would have went worse than it did since I wasn't here.
We were pretty funny.
Were you just banking on it to go like shit or what?
No, I figured you guys would just find your groove. I figured it would just probably start like a steam engine at first, and then once it got rolling, it was good.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what happened.
That's what happened?
Yeah. Because we were just like giving Jordan shit because we're like, okay, you got to like head this and do everything. And he found his groove, but it took him a minute.
It took him a little bit.
Let's just maybe not put it in the center of the table right now. Thank you, Judd. I didn't want that to be the center stage. Judd McCollum's in here. I'll leave that door open. It's too hot in here.
Too hot.
What's up, Judd?
Eating some catfish, filling in for the Lord. Got big humble boots to fill.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me back. I'm kind of boring lately, but happy to be here.
We're going to talk about plants and fun stuff here in this episode, and that's where you'll shine.
Sweet.
Moving around the table.
Chris Seders.
What's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
This is you've done a Deercast episode, but you've never done a real WCB episode.
Right.
So here we are. 717 is your stamped
I'm excited.
number of.
I'm like looking up to you here.
Yeah, you're a tall motherfucker.
Jeez.
Moving down the table, you brought a guest with you as another guest, an add-on guest.
Good friend of mine. Helps me out a lot with my business.
Brandon Smith.
Thanks for being here, dude.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Appreciate it.
You guys have been here all week. It's been fun hanging out. And
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
you guys have been turkey hunting, fishing, drinking a couple drinks.
What a hell of a good week.
Loving every day.
Yeah.
Kind of made a vacation week out of it.
Yeah. Fishing wasn't the best, but we made, we made the best of it.
I'm not a good fishing guide, but no, man, I'm glad to have you guys in here. Yeah. And we've done a couple controlled burn prescribed fires.
There you go.
I corrected myself right away. I kept controlled burns just engraved in my head. Isn't that what most people call them?
It's just easy terminology. Yeah. And Spencer last time was like,
He corrected me fast.
Kurt, it's prescribed fire. He's right.
It sounds more official when we say prescribed fire, but yeah, man, it's been fun. We'll talk about that, and yeah, you got a business rolling and all that. So anything's fair game. We're gonna make this kind of a what you're up to / BS episode / ranting on habitat and whatever else in the middle of all that. But turkey season just came to an end. About everywhere.
I got one more weekend.
Okay.
Well, time of this recording, yes. Iowa has a couple more days.
Illinois is done today.
Yep. We got till the.
Will I get it done? Probably not.
Doug, what's been going on, brother?
Brother, I hate turkeys right now.
As Jordan would say.
Are you joining me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For now.
Fuck turkeys.
Turntables have
The tables have turned. Turntables are turning.
As Jordan would say, you're just not having a good time with them.
No, not at all.
It's
in
fun.
better words.
It's fun to watch how mad at he is. He's like a cat looking out a window at a bunch of birds just about ready to come unglued. It's awesome.
It has not been fun.
You haven't had any fun? You know why I think
a little bit.
You know why I think turkey hunting gets so frustrated is because
it's supposed to be easy.
You think it's supposed to be easy, and then when they don't do it like you think they should do because they don't have a logic. They're birds. The birds don't have logic. You get frustrated. And
tiny little brains.
But the thing is, man, I love turkey hunting. It's really fun, but it's as popular as it is because it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy.
Hot take.
Easier.
It's easier. It's a type of hunting that you can like, if you know the hardest part is finding the turkeys, and then you're just having fun once you find them.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 2 days you can get a bird. Now, it depends where you're at. If you're on a giant fucking timbered state forest, it's going to be a lot harder and so much variables. But deer hunting wise, you're not solo bow hunting like a giant alone.
Yep.
And this one you can bring your buddies along.
You're not really, you're hunting, but you're kind of fucking off at the same time. I feel like when you're turkey hunting, we're not as serious about it as we are deer hunting.
Turkey hunting's for the boys.
It is for the boys.
We should talk about your turkey.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thanks to letting me come up, stay, and let us get on a bird. It was awesome. Shout out to Austin for that.
Yeah, Austin hooked it up.
Fantastic. Yeah, came in. We got here 1 o'clock. It was Tuesday morning. I slept for like an hour, maybe.
Yeah,
an hour
1
and a half
a.m.
tops. Yeah. Got up. I'm like, this is gonna be a long day. Get out there, and right away the birds are just going nuts. As soon as we got there a little late. As soon as we get out of the truck, we can already hear them. And I'm like, man, my logic is, okay, there's a bird over there by himself. Should be easier, right? Versus all these turkeys that are gobbling together. That's just my logic. Let's go after that one. We sat there from, 3-4 hours probably, and he just never moved.
Really?
So much so that I thought he was on the roost the whole time. I'm like, this bird's never got a friggin' tree. Just never moved. And we did a couple different things trying to make a move on it. It just didn't work. Screw it. We're tired. Let's go back.
Yeah.
Take a quick power nap and crack open some cold ones and relax. And then, I got up yesterday morning, went out there with the game plan that you and Jordan kind of tossed up for us, and it worked like a freaking charm, man. We got out there.
Jordan gave you the kiddie chair.
Yeah,
he bought some chair. This is going to be a reoccurring thing.
The tot spot.
Yeah, I need that chair.
Yeah, the tot spot. It's here. The chair's back here, right? Or do you?
Well, I gave it back to him, so I think he probably took it with him.
Oh, he took it to Wisconsin.
It's the most. That was the most random buy I think we've ever done.
So you just went to the sales from the crypt.
Yeah, because we were talking about I think we told the story in the last one, but just a little recap. Jordan and I were going out the next day. He was bringing the blind, the decoys, all the shit. Because I don't have any of that. I'm like, you got chairs? He goes, I don't have any chairs. I'm like, okay, I got one chair. He's like, that's fine. I'll just film from the ground. I'm like, no, you got to have a chair.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, but we're recording tonight. Like, where can I pick one up after we're recording? I'm like, brother, it's going to be like late. Nothing's going to be open.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, what about sales from the crypt? They got to have a chair there. Mm-hmm. They got to have something.
We needed a Santa Claus there one time. We went down there and bought one. They had it.
Yeah, they got everything. So we go down there, and
I've been there.
You walk in, and
it's creepy.
The lady's like, "Oh, downstairs, there's got to be a chair down there." So we're searching around down there, don't find nothing. Come upstairs, searching around. They got the little kids area, right? You walk in, like, let's just walk through here. You never know. And Jordan, we walked through, and I'm like, brother, they ain't got nothing. He's like, wait a minute, and he's like digging through shit. He's like, oh, it's like the chair with the bag and everything, just a little kid's camping chair. I'm like, dude, that's perfect.
Like a 2-year-old's camping chair.
Oh yeah, for
you
sure.
Have the picture? You could pull it up and these guys can see it.
It literally sticks it.
I don't have it
off the ground.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's for babies.
Out there.
Well,
Yeah.
We I'll pull it up later. People know what we're saying now. But it says
That should be the cover art.
Tot spot on.
Tot spot.
Yep.
Purple,
So-
bright purple freaking chair.
How tall are you?
6'4".
Jordan hands him this chair.
Yeah. He's like, man, this chair's 1 for 1. Don't screw it up.
You know what? I actually might.
I'm like, yeah, I think I texted to you.
Yeah,
Somebody
I'll
pull
get
up,
it
show
here.
you.
I'll pull it up. But
Steal that
continue to
chair.
sell.
So yeah, we get out there, we throw the blind up. I'm like, man, again, there's one turkey gobbling over here, the rest of them over there. Let's just set up right here. Kurt says, man, when we were out there, the birds just went straight to that road, just set up right there. That's what we did. Blinds in the middle of nowhere, which cracks me up. Turkeys don't give a crap. Deer, like, hey, don't want to go over there. Which,
They still walked right to
during
it.
spring turkey season, deer, it's like they know. They just don't give a crap.
They really know.
They
I
walked
swear.
40 yards from the blind, didn't give a crap.
Zero
October
fucks
1st,
given.
you wouldn't be able to put a blind out there.
There's the chair.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, the good thing there's no arms on it.
Yeah, that would have been rough.
That's what makes it a pretty cool chair.
It's a tot spot, bro.
So that chair is shorter than the chair that you had. And he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He's like, man, you want this chair instead so you can get up, you can shoot out the window with your bow a little better? And I'm like, nah, screw it. This will be good.
Yeah.
This is cool,
You
Make
know
a good
what
story.
What I like about that, what's cool is
It's a great picture, by the way.
that's a great photo. We need to, on the back of it, do a tally for
Yeah.
birds that have been
for
shot
sure.
with that thing.
Yeah.
It almost looks like you photoshopped that chair in there.
It does.
You got the one to the side, too.
It is funny.
I pulled that one out, too.
Let me see if I got it here. I know I have to.
It couldn't have worked any better. Like, we went down there and found that chair, and it was like $5, you know?
Right.
Like,
Oh, yeah, this one's funny.
So we were trying to lay the whole thing on film, of course. And we had that gobbler and 2 hens were coming. And then he goes, man, what was that? I'm like, I heard it, but I don't know where it came from. There you go. It just kind of shows you how small that chair is.
the bird's
I love
bigger
how
than
it's
the
in,
chair.
I love how it's in parentheses, tot spot.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we started skirting around the blind, and I'm like, yeah, man, we're not going to be able to get it on film. That blind had one last window, and I poked the gun out in 40 yards. That was in the end of the story. But
Sounds like my hunt like 2 days earlier, because I haven't told that story on the podcast, but same farm
yeah,
I had the bow with, which we checked with our game warden. He said you could bring a bow and a gun. I don't know if it's legal everywhere, but we called the game warden and got confirmation. Said, yep, you can do that. So anyway, Austin got pulled over. Shout out to the cop who didn't write us a ticket and let us go turkey hunting. He had a license plate light out.
Austin.
I'll spare the details of the whole thing. But then anyway,
gets you every time.
he was cool. He's like, you guys running late to the turkey woods? And he's like, well, I'm going to write you a ticket. We'll get you out of here. Just get it fixed and whatever and see you. And we had birds all over. They would skirt the decoys or not come in. They're just being pussies, and no bow luck. And then we had a bird hang up at 40. And I'm like, give me that shotgun. It was the last day for me to turkey hunt of the spring and
Yep.
walloped him like 45 yards.
I feel like that's happened a lot. Like, I don't know.
That's exactly how mine
Turkeys
was.
just being pussies.
The 2 hens came running in, and mine just hung up at 45, and Jordan's like, brother, if you're going to do it,
Now's
it's the time to do it. And I'm
That's
like,
exactly how ours went. Same.
give me
thing.
that 10 gauge.
Let them have it.
The only thing we had out was 2 hen decoys because you said that they were hanging up on your strut decoy. I'm like, we'll try different. Maybe he'll just come in and want to get some.
Yeah.
Nope. Still, that other hen came and they were like, nope.
Yeah. It's
Makes no sense.
It's fun though. That's what makes it good.
Are turkeys getting smart? They know their decoys now?
Yeah,
I think they're
like,
getting smarter.
I'm not buying it.
45 yards has got to be the edge of that bubble because I feel like if you get them inside 45, it's over. You can just about jump up and down and scream at them if they're in your decoys. And
I know. I agreed. Yeah, because Josh, I was with Josh, filmed him kill a bird, and the other bird. If I would have had a gun or a tag, I could have shot it. He gobbled after he shot and stood around, was going to come back, and then we got up and we're celebrating.
yeah, twice I could have kicked a bird off a decoy. Just punted it off my decoy.
And even then, it's like could still get him. Here's my bird. I'll just play it really fast. But yeah, like he just hung up and we just got in there on him. I promise, guys, if you're tired of hearing about turkey content, we're real close to being over with turkey content for the years. People love it, and people just get annoyed with it. But it's fun to get into it because it's the homies, I got the sound off, so it's not in the background, but maybe I should turn it up.
Did he at least gobble?
Yeah.
Because as soon as his got down, it just silent.
We heard a lot of gobbles that morning.
That's what mine did too.
He hammers in here, I think. But
yeah. Once he flew down, he didn't gobble at all.
I had my bow in my hand. He skirted the decoys. He was going away, and Austin's got the box saw and hit him with the old yop, 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 yop. And then he turned around and started to come back. And I'm like, now at this point, I have the left window open and a shotgun in my hand. And I'm like, well, damn it. He's going to come all the way in here now, and I'm going to have to shoot with a shotgun on the decoys. And I wanted to bow kill him, So, anyway, it felt far, but, I was like, it's right on the bubble there. So, Luckily, I had a rest. You know what I mean? I wasn't freehanding a 40-yard shot.
Yeah.
Oh, I did all day.
Well, you could
was
do
luck,
it,
though.
you know, but yeah. It was a good time, but turkey hunting's fun. It's neat. They just put it on the display. But in the fall, you see a bird, and you're just like, I don't give a shit about any turkeys in the fall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely
It's just not the same.
Like,
Shut up. Get away from me.
yeah, like
Get out of here.
bow killing a tom in the fall is still cool, but it's significantly less cool than doing it in the spring.
Yeah, they don't strut or come in and gobble in. It's just
Isn't it funny
They're
how?
just there.
yeah.
Isn't it funny that just the time of year changes the allure of the wild turkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you this: when I see a turkey in the fall, I go, "There's some toms in here."
Yeah.
Or like I saw 13 toms, or I saw 10 toms, or 5 toms.
That's cool.
You kind of remember it, and you're like, "Oh, in the spring, maybe a little bit of those birds will be in
You
there."
got to remember it for your call-in phone call.
That's right. Yeah, yeah, that's true for deer hunting.
Yep.
The report, but anyway, turkey hunting. Any other turkey updates? So we can. I hate to say, put it behind us.
I did not kill one.
One other
Shout out
thing.
to Tyler for filming me though. He's cool.
One other thing we should update people on is we have bear camps coming up the next couple weeks.
Yep.
Part of Manitoba is on fire. So, and Chris booked that bear camp with us.
Yeah.
And Scotty did, and Doug and Jordan. And we don't know if we're going to go or not. We're waiting today or tomorrow if we're even going to go.
Yeah, you're like right on the edge of not going.
Some of his baits are burned.
Yeah, he had to leave.
Yeah, they
Very-
evacuated everyone.
Not good.
It'll either be we get to go because they're expecting rain. They're praying for rain.
Yeah.
So either it rains and we have the best bear hunt of eternity because all those bears will be pushed into that area. I don't know how it works though with bears.
I don't either.
I don't know if they hightail it and they're gone or
They just live kind of on the edge till it gets back to them, and then they keep going a little bit. Or
I don't know.
Get back in the hole and hide.
Maybe.
They're just coming out. So
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to behave, but it could either be really awesome and we'll see some big bears or a lot of them, or we won't get to go. I hope we get to go.
And then a week later, I'm going to Ontario with Sam and Linda, so that should be a good time.
What's ultra gay? I was supposed to leave from Manitoba to Ontario.
Yep.
But I canceled the Ontario trip, just being gone from the kids for 2 weeks and whatever. And I'm like, man, I just don't want to do 2 in a row. And Sam's like, that's fine. Well, now I might not get any. Huh? I went from 2 back to back to fucking none. Maybe. I hope not.
Maybe.
But anyway, so that's our update. So, Eric, you're going to be bear hunting for sure.
Yep.
Hopefully we're bear hunting. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope. We'll see what happens.
It's a bummer.
It does not sound good.
It doesn't
No.
look good. Watch some of the clips today on the TV for the news channel.
I didn't want to watch it.
It's crazy because I wouldn't expect Canada in the spring to burn.
Oh, it's a tinderbox all the time.
That's true, but it just seems so wet up there, you know?
Tinderbox.
What's that?
Heard Tinder.
So, I don't know, man.
Different,
We'll see.
Doug.
We'll see. All right. Well, let's talk what you do.
Yeah.
Control.
Control the
Prescribed
fires.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah. The fire wasn't from you.
not this one.
Yeah, not this one.
So I've got a small land management business. It's Seders Land and Fire Land Management, and do habitat, deer and turkey related type stuff, mostly through prescribed fire. A little bit of TSI for the timber stand and things like that. Hoping to branch out in the future as more business comes along for doing clearing with the skid steer and forestry mulcher type stuff. But
Yeah.
it's, in due time.
For sure. So people can hire you out to do prescribed fires and some of this stuff. So if you have a farm or a property or switchgrass, whatever programs you burn, if you're just wanting to do it to just maintenance, you can get a hold of Chris through here. We'll have his contact info in the episode link, and we'll list all his socials and shit like that. But I met you, was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, it wasn't last spring, the spring before when I came up first.
Perry from Drury Outdoors introduced us. You've known Perry for a while.
Long time.
And you came out, and Judd was out that first time. Scotty was out the first time. Spencer was out.
No, I missed the first one.
I thought you were there the first time, too.
I was going to be there, but I had to work.
It was me, you, Spencer, Scotty, and it was
Cameron Dowd and his cousin
you
from
call them
Canada.
Canadians. Yeah.
And it was fun. It was cool. I had never experienced anything like that. This property hadn't been burned in like a decade.
Right.
So it went hot. And
Hot.
I'll tell you, if you've never helped with a prescribed fire or volunteered to help with one or had one on your property, do it. It's so much fun, but it's a little scary first time because it's like, we're going to just trust that this is going to be okay.
Yeah, the first time I could tell the difference between the first time and last time. The first time you were pretty nervous.
Yeah.
And you even talked about it, with Forrest and stuff, I think the podcast before. And
yeah,
you're like, yeah, it's going to be the first time. And this time you're like, that's cool.
Well, you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it's nice. It's like you show up and you're confident and you have all the equipment and the drip torch stuff. And, we went and backburned around the block and just nothing was going to get out of hand. And this year too, I also mowed with a little more preparation and just it was a little wetter this year, so it wasn't as scary. That chilled us out a little, me out a little.
Well, and you didn't have 20 years of shit to burn also.
Right, just 2 years.
Yeah. And the difference was significant. It didn't burn near, but it was wet. It was a little more wet. But have somebody, if you're ever going to have it done to a piece or help somebody, just have someone like Chris there that knows the
what they're
ropes
doing.
and how to do it all. And let your local fire department know.
Yep.
Yeah, that was my bad.
No, it was my bad. I didn't let the local fire department know. And they came out and they're like, "What are you doing, dude?" I'm like, "My bad, brother." Anyway,
backstory into that too is like you said, it was wet. We came up, it was supposed to be super dry. I wake up that morning and I hear rain. I'm like,
oh no.
Crap.
Yep.
I opened the back door and I'm like, oh, it's freaking raining. Man, that ain't good. And it was like just enough to where he's like, well, let's try it. I'm like, yeah, we'll try it, but I don't think it's gonna go. And we lit like, I don't know, 5 or 6 spots. I'm like, man, it's just not gonna go. Well, what do you want to do? I said, well, give it a few hours. It's going to dry out. The sun's going to come out. It's going to get windy. And then it'll go. We just got to wait. And we left. Left there, went to the depot, had lunch, and relaxed a little bit. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, yeah, we called, did all the prep work when we were there. And then everything was dried out. And we're like, all right, let's go back. Started and just kept going. And then, it's dark and the fire's roaring and somebody's yelling at the top of the hill. Is that supposed to be on fire?
Everything's good. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
But it lit up and it was fun. So let's talk about the process of a prescribed fire for people who don't know, because you don't just, some people do. Some people just light a match and they're like, cool, here we go, which is horrifying. That's not the proper way to do it.
That's what my wife's grandpa was. I was talking about wanting to burn our timber a few years ago. And he's like, I used to just walk in there and light a Kleenex and walk away from it. And I said, is that what you're telling me to do? And he's like, well, neighbors probably wouldn't like it now.
So, oh my God.
That's just the perfect mentality of, fuck it.
Yeah. That's how I used to clean the timbers.
But it's funny, the landowner in this piece that we worked on, I talked to him, he's like, yeah, we used to burn it and leave. Like light it up and leave.
Jeez.
And I'm like,
insurance is not going to cover that.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you just have trust in fire? The shit that hell's made out of?
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, you're trusting that?
It'll figure itself out.
Shit that hell's made out of.
Fire is not like turkeys. It will cross fences.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cross lots of things. But
so let's talk about the process. We're not lighting Kleenex or matches and leaving.
Nope.
Right. So I like to put more prep work into it. The more prep work you have, the better it's probably going to go and the easier it is. So, for me, ideally, for fire breaks, you want, dirt, something super green, super wet. And for fire breaks, you want something 2 to 3 times the height of your fuels. So like you, for instance, that grasses, some of it was, 5 feet tall. So you went and mowed, 3 passes, I think you said, with your mower?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep.
And it was great. So some of it was still grass, which we had to kind of take our time with and blow and burn in the fire break. Not a big deal. Wasn't super windy. It was easy to do. When I went and burned for Mark Drury with Perry and Wade this year, that was pretty cool. Perry had went in and mowed and then tilled. So we had tall grass, short grass, dirt.
Nice.
Was
perfect.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Perry for that. That was fantastic. Couldn't have done any better.
Yeah, I'm not going to till.
So that's tough. In some spots you can't, like you got that big slope. I wouldn't till that because you're going to have erosion issues then.
Yeah.
But and then you kind of play the wind, figure out which way you want to go. If you got any, structures or things to worry about. If you had the grizzly blind up there on top, back burned away from that. And once we were away from that, it was pretty much game on and just kind of get it going. But
they kind of just like outline the whole thing.
Yep.
Kind of like you make your border, because if it's already burned, it's not going to burn again. Yep. And that's
what that's what you say when you say fire break. Some people might not know that. Like you're just mowing the outer edges to get so the fire won't jump across it.
Yeah, like anybody who's ever been on a farm with CRP, just the access paths essentially is when you drive.
Yeah, they mandate a fire break around it for maintenance purposes. Yeah.
Yep. Or through parts of it to kind of like
break it up,
section it up, which is nice when you're burning. But so. Yeah, you use a drip torch, which before I never had any experience with the drip torch. I knew what they were. I've seen people use them, but I've never like firsthand been around one until that first year that you did it. And that's like the tool you have to have.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it with a lot of different things. They've got, like the roadside flares, you can tape one of them to a broomstick and walk along, and just every so often you got to retape one and keep going. But there's lots of ways to do it. There's that. They make like a special gun that shoots like a flare. You can shoot it out there and it goes off. But that's more for like a specialized situation type thing. But what we were doing, the drip torch, is just perfect.
Yeah. And you wouldn't recommend running the drip torch out of your truck while you're driving it?
Yeah, no, you definitely don't want to BOMA or anything.
Yeah, because it's not like... I mean, what is it? It's gasoline and diesel mixture, isn't it?
So in a 5-gallon can, I mix 4 gallons of diesel and 1 of gas.
Yeah, and it just like burns nicely. I don't know how to...
Yeah.
And you can adjust your fuel ratio based on, fuels if they're wetter, or if you want your fire to drip hotter or slower, burn faster, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The more you up your gas in the ratio, the more your torch is going to burp and be kind of more hard to control, I guess. You got to treat it like a loaded gun that could go off anytime.
Yeah, I'd rather have more diesel in it.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it at all, but there was a couple times when it started getting hot. It was just like...
Yeah.
I had the mix a little hot from the previous burn, but they're all right.
Yeah, it's hot. It's a great tool.
She's hot.
Just kind of run it. But yeah, it's like, don't run it from your truck. You're going to run that over, and then you're done. So, AKA, it was a PR move, and it worked well because we're still talking about it.
Yep. Look at us.
Look at us.
He got us.
Look at him.
He got us good.
He got everybody.
So I mean, I will say, though, stuff does happen. I almost did it.
I mean, shit happens for sure.
Yeah.
On a burn this year, I won't, drop names, but we had a spot, and it went great. We walked away from it, kept working around the burn unit, and then I was walking around checking on things towards the end after the head fire was done and burned out, and I'm like, oh, crap, this is not supposed to be on fire. And it was within the fire unit. It's just something that we tried to put a break around. It got her out and completely around it and came back to that structure. It was a big blind, and it could have been bad. Thankfully it wasn't, but could have been.
Thankfully it wasn't a diesel pickup truck, but
right.
Yeah, that was scary. Like the grizzly blind on like wood stilts, like on the 4x4s with the ladder. It's like, make sure we get burned around this really nicely before we just abandon it. But it's a cool process to watch. Like start with the drip torch, and then leaf blowers are like your best friend. It's like controls it, and then it's like a piece of conveyor belt on a stick.
Yeah, a swatter or a flapper or whatever. Yep,
that thing's great.
Yep, love that.
So we had like a nice program. Like you ran the drip torch, and we're kind of controlling everything. And Judd and I were on leaf blowers, and Jordan helped us this year. He was on the swatter, and Scotty was Scotty helped us here. Scotty was.
Austin was there.
Austin helped. Yeah, God, I can't remember anything
with the water tank.
Yeah, that helped a lot. Yeah, he brought his Ranger out. And we just had a process going. Yep. Everybody kind of knew their job, and
knew their role.
It's quite enjoyable, honestly. It is. It's fun.
Yep. Yeah. It's hot. It's fun. It's entertaining.
It's a lot of work. You're tired at the end of the day.
Very much.
But you feel like you did something because you did.
You did a lot. Yeah. And it's cool. You actively see the landscape change.
Yeah.
Like that's a satisfying feeling to like. Have you guys ever been around?
I have not. No, I've always wanted to be.
No, we burned some, but not that much.
You'll have to come out next year when we do it.
Yeah. It's fun. Like I'll have Jordan. That way we can just have Jordan film. We can do like a video and like two type of thing because he about lost a drone. Well, he about lost a drone in the head fire.
It was really close,
which is funny. Then it did it get hot and ruin the SD card or something, or what happened?
No. So it was funny. I get up at the top of the hill where the grizzly was out there, and Austin and Jordan were standing there, and Austin's like, "Man, for a second there, I was kind of worried. It was getting hot." And then Jordan's like, I'm losing the drone. I don't know where it's at. It's coming down." Oh crap! He's like, "I buried it that way. I just hope it went." And we're looking. Finally, you could just see the little green light blinking. It landed way out in the bean field.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
But he said because the battery died and it had to force land, it didn't save any of the footage.
That sucks.
It would have been so.
It would have been really cool because that head fire was at night and it was just ripping.
That's a cool feeling in there.
Yeah.
I've seen Kurt send some Snapchats and that thing was roaring.
Ripping.
It was a few clips of it.
It looked pretty serious.
Yeah.
Burning in the evening when it turns into a little bit of a night burn. It's cool. I love it. That's my favorite. You just really get to see the beauty of it. That just glows. Everything glows. Like I was walking up that hill, and a pheasant got up, big old rooster, and I'm like, whew. You just see it just glowing orange in the fire. I'm like, man,
that's beautiful,
gorgeous.
It's like a bonfire, but
right. And at the time, a lot of people might think, well, you just burned up his home. Well, yeah, for temporary. He's got plenty of other places to go. But you just know that doing that's helping that landscape, and it helps everything from the deer to the turkeys to the pheasants and the rabbits and down to the insects, the bugs, and even the microorganisms in the soil. It just helps everything.
Well, he's back in there 5 days later.
Right.
Eating.
This is clips from the first time we burned. But yeah, like it's a neat experience. The turkeys like it.
Oh, I love it.
You posted a little clip somewhere, I think, in the evening.
Yeah, I need to get
all that multiflora rows.
Horrible.
And that shit is so tough, man. We were talking at the depot last night. We were talking about different invasives and stuff like that. And burning's so correct me if I'm wrong. You guys will know more, but like it doesn't really get rid of multiflora rows. It can, right?
It'll top kill it most of the time.
But it doesn't kill it like down into the ground.
That's why when you're burning a new spot, like you do 3 years in a row, so you're really taxing those plants and making them hurt, and then eventually it'll kill them. Then you put it on your 3 to 4 year rotation.
Right.
Gotcha. Because multiflora row is just like
herbicide helps too.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it's a good time. Anyway, we can't be sitting here watching videos and not talking, but it's cool, man. I like it. I enjoy it. I enjoy like seeing it, and you feel like you're doing something. And yeah, it's cool. Like there's a lot of turkeys in there this year because we just burned, and we're doing some timber work because there's so many invasives on this piece. Like it's sickening. Multiflora rose, bush honeysuckle, autumn olive. I mean, I'm assuming all that's invasive.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And whatever else that's invasive that's not supposed to be there. So I think they're talking about aerial spraying in the fall. We're doing some timber work to it, and then the goal is to be able to burn through the timber.
Yep.
Which I think will be a neat thing to kind of get into.
Yeah, absolutely, and it'll help. And it's totally different. Like
it is.
Most timber burns aren't as exciting as the grass burns.
Is it just burning low and slow, or what?
It feels a lot smokier.
Yep.
It's a lot smokier in there.
Get all the wet shit from underneath going.
All the wet leaves.
Yep.
So what happens when you get it going? Does it just slowly take off and it just takes forever? How's it work in a timber burn?
Yeah, I think timber burns personally are a lot slower than a good CRP or grass burn.
Unless it's going up a good slope, it really you got to babysit it. You're spot burning. You black in your fire perimeter, and then you go in. The timber is different because you got to be worried about snags, trees stovepiping and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
so
what I was
with
thinking.
a leaf blower around your fire break, and you want to make sure you're blowing the leaves away from anything that could potentially catch fire and fall across.
Oh,
so it's more involved that way. But then once you get going, it's not as intense.
When we went up and
like
burnt
Chris
for Perry, there was a bunch of snags.
Perry's dad's farm in North Missouri there has had never been burned before, and mostly oak timber there, I think is what it was. But same thing. Like there was a lot of deadfalls and a lot of trees that were just dead that hadn't been cut or hadn't fallen over. And Perry spent a lot of time on the chainsaw cutting down stuff that was burning after we were done with the fire.
Just to get it on the ground and have it just burned there on the ground and not
right. Because you think a tree's 40, 50 foot tall where it's broke off at the top, and if it's burning, it's sending embers 200 yards down the way in the right wind. So get that on the ground, then it's there.
Yeah, it's see, I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully, I don't picture it burning in the woods.
Yeah, and
a
lot of people are scared of that. It's not that intense.
Conditions got to be right.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just going to get mad because it won't burn.
Yeah. See, I never even
just won't travel.
I've never even been into a timber that has been burned.
I haven't either.
Like in the Midwest, like a clean, purposeful, prescribed timber fire.
Well, it's just catching on. I feel like there's guys that have been pretty religious about doing it, but they're few and far between. And there's a lot of people out there that want to burn, but it's just a big pain in the ass to get everybody together in the right conditions. And everybody might show up. You might have 10 guys show up. Be ready to feed them. Be ready to do all the stuff. And then weather turns like, I'm sorry, go home.
Yeah.
And then good luck trying to get everybody
Yeah,
down,
right.
That's a good point. And
sports
and it's intimidating on top of that.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to work for free.
Right.
And it's always Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday when you get your good days to burn.
Yeah. And no one wants to burn a weekend day on it. And it's a good point. I'm looking forward. Hopefully we get conditions right to burn through there, especially with I'm hoping that they're doing aerial spraying for invasives. And I don't know what they spray on that shit, but it's like some properties, and I don't know how far out of the Midwest, like multiflora rose and bush honeysuckle and autumn olive and all these like shitty invasives go. Like it's probably Midwest all the way to the East Coast, I'm assuming, right?
Wherever they can grow. I'm just familiar with our area. I mean, I'm kind of jealous of those guys down south because they got all those big schools with football money to study that shit and kind of tell you what to do. And I feel like we're winging it. You know what I mean? We don't have all the pine plantation science they've been doing for years and years and years.
Well, I want to know where the fuck it came from.
Yeah.
Like
somebody
where'd this piece of shit come from?
Lee filled me in. At one point, the state DNRs were actually promoting planting. I think it was was it honeysuckle or multiflora or not? It definitely wasn't multiflora rose. It was honeysuckle or autumn olive. And like I said, I mean, doesn't everybody just wish they could punch the first guy that planted that in the mouth? Like, I hate dealing with it.
Well, I think I heard somewhere like multiflora rose, they used it a lot too to make like fences back in the day to keep cattle in and shit.
Yep.
Bush honeysuckle is native to Asia. The plant is one of several exotic bush honeysuckles present in North America, being considered an invasive species there.
Thanks a lot, Asia.
Yeah. The good thing about it is, though, it's pretty cold tolerant, so it's the last thing to stay green. These invasives usually are the last thing to stay green, so it sucks because you got to spray them in November, but you can burn them down without hurting much else in the timber with an anti-photosynthetic like glyphosate.
And then autumn is AUTUMN.
Yeah.
Yep.
Autumn olive, which is fucking nasty. That's what I got
Nasty.
everywhere.
That's probably from Asia too.
Fucking everything I'm just kidding. Japanese. Umbrella. Japanese silverberry. Autumn olive. There's just a bunch of different
Eastern
names.
Asia. Yep. So Asia again.
Yep.
And Japan.
From the Himalayas eastward to Japan.
These fuckers.
Okay, and then
Fans are friends.
With
They
their
wouldn't say that
plants.
over here.
And then look at that.
Multiflora rose.
Fucking God was mad when he made this shit.
No, it come from hell.
Okay.
Japanese rose.
China, Japan, and Korea.
Son of a bitch.
Eastern Asia, China, Japan, and Korea.
So do the woods just suck ass in Asia or what?
Well, there's stuff over there that can eat it if there's angling.
Like what? Name one.
Goats.
Can't. Yeah, goats will eat it.
Well, goats eat all that shit. They'll eat multiflora rose.
Yeah.
They'll eat thorns.
They'll eat anything.
We need goats.
They'll eat a pop can if you let them.
You don't want goats; they'll mow your food plots to nothing.
Yeah, but it's almost like
Yeah, we control them.
that'd be kind of sweet. I wonder, like,
Controlled goat.
goats had
Prescribed goats.
There's people franchising
better
that
start
for
that
land
business
clearing.
now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Legitimately.
They'll go in and fence off a spot and bring in.
Oh, shit, edit that out.
300 goats, and then let them eat everything that's there, and then they'll come and pick them up, move them out.
So I wonder if goats would kill multiflora rose or bush honeysuckle and all that. We needed somebody on the podcast that does land management with goats.
I can hook it up.
You know a guy that does land management?
Yeah.
The fuck? Of course you do.
Of course he does. What do you mean? What kind of question is that?
We should do that.
Goat land
I've been
management.
thinking about it for years. I just never. I never.
You buy the goats, bring them
Did
to my
it.
house. I got multiflora roses. Just
Yeah.
Oh, I got
I got a
all
backyard.
of it.
I can just put them
I'll
in.
fence it in. You bring them down.
We
They
just
can
trailer
live
them.
and die in my
We just
timber.
trailer them and let them loose.
Yeah.
I was gonna look.
Don't even fence them in. Let them do their thing.
Be like Texas. You have
Like-
outdad and stuff running around everywhere. Be like,
Like, are you
wild goats.
positive you don't want anything, nothing important out there? Because once they're loose, they're
They're
eating.
gone.
Well, I mean, they make a handy little electric web fence that you put up. It's made to just pop up and take down real quick.
Well, okay, so
Well, they have that like app now where you can make a radius where they can only go.
Yeah.
They put
Dog collars
on them.
Yeah.
But I mean, put a shock collar on 300 goats. You know what I mean? You can,
get expensive real fast.
real fast.
But okay, so we got
Shit.
bush honeysuckle,
Didn't think about
autumn
that.
olive, and
Multiflora rose.
multiflora rose are just not good, invasive. It's everywhere. What else are we missing? That's just like a pain in the absolute ass. For,
Japanese honeysuckle,
yeah, and then didn't I have that on there already?
Tree of heaven.
Honeysuckle, yeah.
Tree of heaven.
Bradford pears.
Yeah.
What's tree of heaven?
Pears are
Horrible.
Yeah, they're bad.
What is it?
Bradford
pear.
Bradford pears.
It's just
super
ornamental.
invasive
It's not like
trees.
it's
They flower
You know.
bright white. They're super easy to pick out, and everybody's like, "Oh, how do I prune this?" Man, you just
Drive
cut it off
through
the
Indiana.
ground,
Yeah, they're
get
so
rid of it.
pretty. Yeah.
Drive
What
through
was the other one
Indiana
you
in
just said?
March.
What was the tree? Tree of heaven?
Tree of heaven. Yeah, look that one up. I don't know a lot about that because I haven't seen a ton of it, but I know a lot of people have to deal with that crap.
Oh,
Oh,
do know
yeah,
those
those
trees,
are
yeah.
around.
Looks like
I've
a
seen
sumac.
That's the Jurassic Park shit.
Yep, they're nasty.
Perfect.
I don't know this one.
I've seen them.
Chemical resistant.
I've seen them.
All right.
You
Are
cut
they
'em,
cha-
they
are
come
they-
back mad.
Are they chainsaw resistant?
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah,
Do
you whack them off, they grow back 100 times.
Just gotta keep
bushier.
chainsawing.
Yeah.
me too, bro. So, I wonder if these have any habitat performance or benefit to the whitetail deer.
For us around here, honeysuckle, you can use it as structure in your timber.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's one of the saving graces of it. I have taken advantage of in the past. But what you got to do is, if you got a mature stand of it, everybody knows what they're looking at. Like you bend over and you can see clear through it. So you get in there and thin it out a little bit, and get some different ages of plants going. And you get some cover, and then you can use that as rattling cover. You don't have a buck come in and stare at you from 200 yards away and not see what he wants to see and walk off.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Do not plant it though.
Don't plan it. Don't plan it.
Oh yeah, don't everybody be mad at you. I will say, it does seem like I see deer eat the leaves. It is nice for cover. I wonder if it has actual thermal cover benefits to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or not.
Well, the problem is it kind of acts like a canopied forest. Once it gets mature, it just kills everything underneath it. It has zero erosion control value. And then once it's mature, the deer don't really mess with it. They want those young tender plants if they're eating anything.
The bucks will get up in it. I mean, get up in there in bed because most of the time you get them spotted here and there. They get up there away from does, and
when they lay down, they can see everything in front of them, smell everything behind them.
Yeah, and if you're wondering, my understanding is every time you shed hunt and you end up crawling through a tunnel, that's what you're crawling up through a tunnel of.
Yep,
and it's not like you can grab that shit and break it. It's probably worse off if you're breaking it, isn't it?
It just comes back mad.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Why are plants so mad?
What's wrong with plants?
I don't know. They're just pissed off all the time.
We need more vegans come in and, dude, if vegans just started eating bush honeysuckle,
I'd like vegans.
They'd be all right.
Dude, we'd be rich. We'd be selling that shit left and right.
Get a bunch of white, liberal, purple-haired vegan bitches and just fucking
started trend on TikTok. They'd be out there
bush honeysuckle salad.
Yeah.
They're out there fucking cutting them down and
Farmer's Mart every Saturday morning.
yeah, no, they'd be planting them. That's what happened.
Yeah,
that's true.
Portland be full of bush honeysuckle.
You know what we could do? We could just make a video lying about it and say how good it is for you and how much weight we lost.
Here's the benefit: it gets rid of the toxins. It's like
it'd
probably poison you.
It'd kill us. Yeah. I don't know. It's
just killing a bunch of people.
All right, you know what? Hot topic right now on the internet talking about land management and stuff, and I want to get your guys' opinion. Miscanthus.
Negative.
It's nice.
No bueno, muchacho.
Thick.
Are we doing this?
We're doing this.
Are we doing this?
There's just no benefit to it that I can see.
I mean, red-winged blackbirds will nest in it. That's all you got.
Yeah, you might get some birds that pick up the fallen twigs of it or pieces of it and make nests, but
screen come back. It comes back every year. But what time did my phone go off this morning? Then my Amish called me
early.
So
6:20 called me this morning. We're sleeping in. Killed turkey yesterday, so we'll sleep in. Amish call 6:20. Hey, I got a good deal on Miscanthus. Somebody didn't use it all. I go half price or best offer. No, dude, it's invasive. Like it'll just take over. No, this won't.
Soak it in diesel and throw it.
It's different.
I got the internet. I can research. You don't.
It's different. So, but
you got a book.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hunting guys who are selling it and who use it that claim it's. I don't know a lot about it, right? That's why I'm asking this to like. Feel free for the listener to like generate conversation in the Spotify comments and like because. I'm wanting to talk more about this type of thing as I learn more and hang out with guys like you. But a lot of people claim, or is it fair to say most people in the hunting world claim it's non-invasive?
Yes.
That's accurate?
Yes.
I've heard that's how I always thought that, and I have wanted to plan it. But I feel like now that it's been marketed heavily for deer habitat for the last 5 years or so, or maybe more, I don't know.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm hearing it's fucking invasive. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I would say if you planted it at where you want it, it would be fine, and you could mow, till, plant around it, and it would be fine. It's not going to be like your honeysuckle or something that birds eat some of it, go drop it here.
Yeah.
You're not getting because you're going to move the rhizomes.
Yep.
Is the thing with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I brought up on
it's
that
gonna
post and
stay.
Yeah.
Where you got
pretty much where you put it.
But it's going to get so thick that.
You can't do much.
Yeah.
My contention is, the guy that plants it knows it's there. He knows he's got to control it. He knows he's got to keep it in its lane. But, guys these days are, plant it as part of a way to sell that farm and market it as a deer hunting property, make more money off of it. And the next guy might buy the place, doesn't know anything about it, just kind of takes for granted that it's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Maybe it changes hands again. Now it's a serious problem. Now the state of Iowa's got a position for eradicating this stuff.
I would like to see what some of the guys that claim it's this and that have to say, like what you just said, and it's like to the guys that have jobs to like make sure it doesn't keep existing.
That'd be a great podcast.
Just put the borderline in.
Be super
right.
fun.
It goes away and you plant it again next year.
Yeah, then if you don't like it, you can make it adjustments.
It's
and
gone.
Yeah, that's true. Good plug.
Yeah, it's nice to see something for border.
This is what the internet says. Yes, some species and cultivars of Miscanthus maiden grass are considered invasive in certain regions, particularly in the United States and Canada. The species Miscanthus sinensis is listed as an invasive in 25 states and the District of Columbia. While some cultivars are sold as non-invasive, it's crucial to be aware of potential invasiveness and choose cultivars carefully. Of course, it's Chinese. It's fucking Chinese. God damn it.
Invasive.
Sorry.
I mean,
They got us again.
They got us again.
Look at the case of the triploid
Chinese
grass carp that
silvergrass.
people used to put in their ponds.
The slick ass
They're supposed to be sterile. They're not supposed to breed. You go to any creek or river around here, and you'll.
Oh, they're fucking everywhere.
Fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Grass carp?
Triploid grass carp. Yeah.
Yeah. I've always heard that too, but it's like, well, how come they're still around?
Yeah. They're. Why do you see them 10 inches long in all the creeks?
Right.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're sterile. Okay.
It is weird that everything invasive comes from over there too. You know, look at Asian carp.
Yeah. Yep.
Weird. You wanted to catch those yesterday when we were
Don't get me
That was a
started.
terrible-
They're up to
good
something.
Asian carp are good for catfish bait.
I did not
yeah.
have a baseball bat. I'm not trying to deal with these things.
Okay,
Let's bring a 10 gauge.
Let's read a little more
Yes.
on Miscanthus. Let's let the internet educate us, and then let's talk shit ignorantly for the rest of the episode.
Sounds perfect.
My favorite thing. That's what we're known for, talking shit ignorantly. Miscanthus, is it sinensis? Sinensis. This is the species most commonly grown and ornamentally and is widely recognized as invasive in many areas of North America. It escapes cultivation and naturalizes in disturbed areas like roadsides and forest edges.
Also known as Chinese silvergrass.
Thanks, Doug. Invasive potential. Miscanthus can spread through seeds, rhizomes, underground stems, and even small pieces of rhizomes. It can form large, dense clumps, out competing native vegetation and creating fire hazards. Cultivar variability. Seed production and viability vary among cultivars, and some marketed as sterile have been found to produce viable seeds.
Not sterile.
If Miscanthus is already present, management options include hand weeding, digging out the root system, or removing seed heads to prevent self-seeding.
But you got to get it all.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole
Repeated
shebang,
mowing
bang.
or cutting back during the growing season can be effective, but it requires persistent effort. Native alternatives. If you're looking for ornamental grass, consider using native species instead of Miscanthus to avoid potential.
Borderline.
Big time borderline. Well, that's in there.
Oh, it says use borderline.
From big time. Weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Only one cultivar
Thanks,
named
Google.
My Fair Maiden is truly sterile. In summary, while some Miscanthus cultivars may be sold as non-invasive, it's important to be aware of the potential for invasiveness, especially with the Miscanthus sinensis species. Consider your local regulations, choose cultivars carefully, and take precautions to prevent the spread of these grasses, especially if you're planting them in an area where they could escape into natural areas.
See, and
You don't want them things escaping.
this is where the people problem comes in, right?
These are not sterile, so you don't
saying,
have
it's
to.
saying that there's one that's sterile. Okay, if I'm hurting, then I'm like, I'm gonna sell some stuff to make some money. Is that sterile? Oh yeah, Eric. Here's some sterile Miscanthus. Go plant that on your farm. It'd be great.
You know what you're doing. I believe you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
The
gone.
big thing with me is it's ornamentally. No different than the Bradford pear. People go put it in their landscaping, think it's great. All of a sudden, shit's
Not
out of
great.
control.
Yeah, not so
I mean,
great.
it's terrible. Use native plants.
Absolutely.
5,000 rides.
Go buying these Chinese.
Johnson grass.
You don't have
is
to
another real
babysit
bad
native
invasive
plants. They
grass.
want to be.
Johnson grass is terrible.
Yeah.
Johnson grass?
I would rather have Miscanthus than Johnson grass.
What's wrong with
Johnson grass goes fast. I mean, it spreads so fast.
It takes
So
forever.
much
Like to
seed.
kill it, you have to literally go out there and cut the heads off, the seeds off before they fall, bag them up, throw them away, spray the Johnson grass, and hope you killed it and it doesn't come back.
And then spray the rebound when that comes back,
Yeah.
and then spray the seed bank rebound when it comes
Is there a lot of that around?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Southern
down by us
Illinois
for
is bad.
sure.
I don't know if I've ever seen.
what's
I've
that top
probably seen it.
picture?
I just didn't know what it was.
I'm reading.
That
here.
looks fucking terrible.
Okay, just wait a second. Let me read here before we start hating. I just wanted to see if there was any info on this website about, and I don't want to say what this is. I don't want to put anybody on blast. I just want to have the conversation.
That's what I was offered this morning, though.
This same one.
Yep.
I just wanted to see if there's anything about it being invasive on this website. Like, is there a, you know what I mean? What's up with this variety?
He could also say too that hey, it's non-invasive, just like Chris said. You know, it's non-invasive. Who's gonna know? 15
if they
years down
hand
the
you
road,
a
then it's out of control.
if they hand you a rhizome, you don't know the difference. They
sterile.
probably all look the same, you know.
They're not blue and purple,
Right.
you know, or
I mean, it does look kind of cool. I mean,
it
makes
would
a
make
great
a hell of a
screen.
fire.
But it would make a bad fire.
Bad fire.
Yeah, what if someone called in and said, burn this?
It'd be doable if of course, if everything was right, but holy crap.
He can burn anything.
I think it's just worth the conversation because if it's invasive or getting out of control, but because that's marketed, maybe that is a good version of it, and it's not a non-invasive, and it stays controlled with whatever. I'm sure there's GMO version Miscanthus.
I'm sure.
Who knows? But I think some guys will be like, I can just get whatever Miscanthus, and then it's like the bad Miscanthus, and then they just plant that to cut a corner, and then next thing you know, it's like, oh, fuck, in 30 years, we're like, Miscanthus is everywhere. You never saw that. People started planting it for deer screening, and now the whole world's fucked.
It's like fentanyl and drugs.
Yes.
I get the good
Shit's
drugs.
everywhere.
Pretty fun at first.
Yeah. Not so fun at the end.
Not so fun when you're dead.
Invasive
Yeah, it's invasive.
to your brain.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Sorry to take up a bunch of time on Miscanthus, but
No,
it's a good
definitely
comment.
worth talking about.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
worth talking about.
I think at least make people aware. Think about it. Like, don't just go get whatever. Do
research.
some
I
research.
think it's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like the COVID shot. And I think in 10 years, you're going to see commercials. If you got the COVID shot on this date,
You're liable for compensation.
Yeah,
If
you're
you plant
entitled to
Miscanthus,
compensation.
It doesn't matter. They're not going to be around.
Right.
Go look at the funeral home. They're booked.
Yeah.
Solid right now.
Rough.
Miscanthus is just getting people.
Yeah.
It's out of here.
People left and right.
got the black lung pop.
Yeah, I like screening. I like the borderline because it's not year after year, and it's like I might plant it one way, but next year I'm changing this. I'm going to adjust this. I like that.
Yep.
Move your
Yeah.
stand. If you're planting it for screening to a stand and you move it 20 yards and now it's
Yeah.
on the other side.
That's why the
I'll
borderline's
change
so
it
awesome.
next
Great point.
year.
Or if you're going to do a different configuration of it, too. You just
Right.
plant it in a different spot.
I broadcast it last year and it grew. Fucking.
That's what I did.
Look at-
It was awesome.
Look at what you've already talked about. You said, you know what, this year I don't think I'm going to plant borderline along this fence line. Well, if you had Miscanthus in there, holy crap. You'd have to go in and do so much work to get it out of there.
Yeah. Well, I made like a tunnel, and I need to get out and spray and get it in the ground now. But I always run late. I'm always like June by the time I get it in.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
I've planted it in late July and got enough to screen me.
Yeah, it's got it for me. It's got to be 5'10" or better.
Yeah.
I'm a short king.
Hell yeah, brother.
I threw some in Monday. We've had so much rain down south, it's miserable. I
Yeah.
threw my
Yours is
tiller
probably
and it was
flooded out
just
by now.
mud.
Real, yeah.
Carry it away.
And I couldn't put it in a cedar because I was pouring down rain. I just grabbed out of the bag and slung in it.
That'll be fine.
I mean, I was throwing straight lines, so figure we'll make a screen. That's all I need.
Yeah, dude.
I put some out like 2-3 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
It should be
And you just tilled and
Should be coming
broadcasted it and whatever.
tilled it, broadcast it, yeah.
Did you Cultipack it in?
I didn't. I just tilled it
spray?
and then kind of ran it over.
That's what I did last year.
little stomping.
Tilled, Cultipacked, seeded, Cultipacked again, and it grew great,
Money.
man. I had 12 to 14 foot tall
Right.
plants.
Yep.
And I'll just throw this out there too. Like, I don't have any connections to big time, but I love it.
You've seen a lot of it
Yeah.
between my farm and Austin's farm.
It's good stuff. I would recommend it to anybody. Like I said, and that's not because I have to, but because I want to. Like, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. I mean, Austin gets creative. Like, and I just like talking to Joe and Daryl. It's like you can plant your food plot. And I like what Joe started doing. He put his grizzly blind there and he planted a strip of that borderline out, and it forces the deer to like move around. So
Yep.
you have a big open field, it creates like a break. So if you grunt or call, or it just forces deer to like move throughout the field rather than seeing across the
Well,
whole
and true, if you leave that space, like say you do a border of it and then a strip down the middle, but leave that 10-foot gap in between, it'll force them deer to go through that gap.
Dude,
They
you know
won't, they won't walk through it, they'll walk around it.
You know what I would love to do if I don't have a situation like this where I can do it. It would be so fun to have like a perfectly square pasture between two chunks of timber and make quadrants and put your grizzly blind in the middle and do like a circle of borderline around it and have it like, you know, like big slices.
Yeah.
Like a reverse turkey foot like they do in Texas.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could almost do that at the house.
Yeah, and that's
Have you been out
beneficial
You know how
for.
fun that'd be to hunt?
Oh yeah,
It would be fun, and it's
Dude,
beneficial for deer hunting in the aspect of too. Like that buck doesn't have to come out and go to one point and look across that whole field and go, all right, there's not shit here.
Yeah.
He has to check every section.
I
out.
gotta know.
So he's gonna be forced to move around. He might have more
Yeah,
opportunities.
leave him a
to do.
3-foot gap so he can walk through, but you know where he's crossing.
Yeah.
Put it right at 20 yards.
Put
Perfect.
a crossing and a scrape tree.
Yeah.
I should have a
look
perfect
over-
plot for that. I might do it.
That'd be awesome. How big an area is it?
It's like probably an acre and a half.
Yeah, just be like a smaller version of like what I was thinking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
So I got probably 6, 7, 8 acres. that I could do it in, and they would just be
that'd be fun.
Squared off.
Yeah.
Let the trees on the outside, be there. They can see into that quadrant, but then they got to come.
We gotta go around and see the other one.
Rut time would be very fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be so much fun.
Yeah, because like I said, every deer buck-wise would have to check every spot for a doe, and it's going to make a move.
I have a spot where I'm wanting to put it this year where it's kind of like a pinch point off like a thick timber edge. And normally it's just grass on there. And it's kind of shade in there. I don't know how well it'll grow. But as long as I get like 4 or 5 foot, I don't know how high a buck's head is.
Thank you, sir.
But instead of the deer just walking to the edge, I want them to come all the way out. And I think planting like a tiller's pass of borderline along that little edge where that pinch is would get more deer to like
just come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. So get a text from Mr. Chansey.
Old Chansey Walters?
What a stud. Just sent me 2 fans. I don't think he's doing fan art. Oh, that's cool. It's like a rose in the middle. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
Side quest. Sorry, Chansey.
Let me see.
Just an artist.
Does some kick-ass stuff.
Just an artist is not accurate. He's an awesome dude, but
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
talented. But anyway, I don't know. I think that's what's fun about more experience in deer hunting and like the land management aspect of things, So what got you into it in the first place?
Yeah, so a long time ago, I started following a lady, biologist in our area. She does the same type of stuff, prescribed burns a lot for the different state sites for controlling invasives and habitat, management and stuff. I was still am, but then I was on a different fire department volunteer. So she always came down and asked for volunteers to help, and I'm like, yeah, setting stuff on fire. Hey, who doesn't like to play with fire?
We don't get to do that. very
Say
often.
less.
Right.
Say less.
So started doing that with her, and then realized like, hey, this might be something you could make a living doing. Took me a while to get there, career stuff, of course, family life stuff, but did the work, put in some classes, did the burning that I had to do underneath her as an apprentice to get certified as a prescribed burn boss in the state of Illinois.
Like put in hours?
Yep. So I had to do, which I'm trying to get Brandon through that now as a burn boss. So I can certify him. So you have to do 5 burns where you're a crew assistance member. So basically, if you want to do it, I'd say, Doug, come out and help me on these 5 different burns. Then you'd have to do a minimum of 2 apprentice burns. So I would be like, all right, Doug, you're in charge. Run the show. And then I'd check you off.
Oh, shit.
And if you don't do good enough, then I'm like,
Okay.
You can't,
Right.
You can't risk burning that mustache off.
Yeah.
Did I pass?
You do 2, and I'm like, you know what? I think you need a little more. I might make you do 5 or 6, But yeah, and then I can sign off. You pay the state their money that they need for,
You had to pay for a license for it?
Yep, of course.
How much is that?
Did you do yours yet?
No.
I've got 2 burns. So
I think it was.
You need 5.
I want to say it was like.
You have 2 already then, right?
It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I have 2.
State
Technically.
of Illinois.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
I think it was $50 I had to pay for the.
Oh.
Something. Well, it's not terrible.
Not bad, Illinois.
Yeah.
All right.
That's one of the cheaper things.
Yeah, yeah.
Taxes.
Don't get us started.
Right.
I want to burn it.
Yeah, burn it down. Okay, so that makes sense. I'm glad you explained that. So
started doing that, and then a few years ago, I'm like, you know what? Finally, I'm done doing all this, and I'm gonna start a little side business. Like she told me, she's like, man, I've got so many sites to burn, I can't get them done every year. It'd be nice to be able to subcontract somebody. And that's when I was like, oh, hey, light bulb. Yeah, money idea. So I'm like, okay, I'll start a little side business and started doing it. So this year was the first year that I actually picked up a couple subcontracts from the state, which was really cool. Got 2 sites done. Brandon came and helped me on one.
Both.
Well, yeah, both. Sorry.
You're welcome.
Came and helped me on one where we were talking about earlier, like the timber burns.
Yeah.
Where you have snags that can stovepipe. We had a giant chinkapin up on a bluff that had a road very narrowly close by. And
what was it?
It's a chinkapin. It's an oak tree. Just giant.
I was going to make a joke, but I didn't.
Go for it.
No, I can't
Chinese.
make it. Yeah, okay.
That was on the spot.
It's kind of racist, so I didn't do it.
They're not invasive. It's okay.
Good. Okay.
But so this tree was, I mean, I don't know what, probably,
It was big.
I couldn't wrap my arms around it.
No.
And I don't know if holding hands, if we could both wrap our arms around it. Hollow in the center. I mean, the tree was maybe that thick all the way around the edge. And it got into the roots, I think, is how it probably happened. Because I went and blew around it because I'm like, I don't want that tree to burn.
Yeah.
It'll fall on the road. Blew around everything. I think it got in the roots down the hill, and then it burned up. And then we were walking back to the truck to be done for the day, and I looked up and I'm like, ugh.
Oh, no.
I'm like, that tree's got some smoke coming out of it.
I'm supposed to do that.
Yeah, I don't like that. Walked up there, checked it out. I'm like, oh, shit. I mean, this ain't good. I'm like, man, I don't have a bobcat, don't have a tractor, nothing I can push this thing because it's gonna hit the road. Like,
Yeah.
I was certain it was gonna hit the road. Like, well, all right. Made a phone call, had a guy bring a tractor out, cut it, fell, didn't even land on the road. But
beautiful. It was burning on the inside.
Yeah, hollow as could be.
Would you cut? I mean, 18 inches on the backside.
It wasn't even that much. I think I
no shit
cut maybe a foot, 12-inch cut. Just
That thing was deader and
stuck
dead.
the saw on it, went like that. It fell right over.
Oh shit!
No fun to cut.
Yeah,
Tree cutting scares the shit out of me.
Then do
man.
you have to keep cutting it, or do you just let it?
Just let it fall down and let it burn right there on the hillside.
No, none of the rules apply to a hollow tree. There's no.
You don't ever know what
there's
it's
no
gonna
back
do.
cut. You might stick that saw in there and it just explodes.
Right? Yeah, I don't like that.
It's dangerous.
With
Yeah.
like fire just kind of explodes out of it when you cut it.
Literally,
the
could
video.
just come apart on you.
Like burst of air in it, and I don't know. I'm sure
just all the tension. I mean, think about how many tons of wood's above you
Yeah.
probably that's
Yeah.
not hollow, and you start
Oh,
taking
yeah.
some stuff out, and there's some twist and some compression and some tension, and boom.
And well,
I don't
this,
like it.
This
Get a
tree had
splinter?
maybe 1.5 to 2 inches
Yeah,
of
it was much.
tree around it, so everything inside was hollow. So we just cut. I mean, he stuck
Just rolling
And that,
I'm
and
already
that big of a
good.
tree too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll show you video. I got videos of it later.
Ooh, that scares me.
And it's
Yeah.
literally like a stovepipe because there's air getting in
yeah.
underneath
Just
it somewhere. It's just
feeding it.
So
sucking that
little
shit.
tornadoes will be coming out of the knot holes. And
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
It was.
Little fire tornadoes.
That's
yeah.
actually what called our
Whoa.
attention.
Yep, that's exactly. Yeah, I saw the smoke wrapping up, and I'm like,
Firenator?
those are really cool. And I think we might have got some videos when we burned yours. Maybe it was Austin's. I'll have to go back and look. But
We did. I know the
Nader?
first time we had to cut down one tree.
the fire naders, yeah.
Firenator. Yeah, I don't. Maybe there was some.
I think it was one of them. We had some pictures or videos. You could see it kind of go a little bit. But
swirling
Yeah.
a little bit and then going away. Yeah.
So that's cool how you got into it then. So now that you're rolling, you get this going. So someone wants a farm done in there. Can you do Iowa too, or are you just Illinois right
yeah.
now?
So this
you did
year,
Iowa, yeah.
Yeah, this year alone, I've burned Illinois, Missouri, and Iowa. I did a bunch of local stuff in Illinois. Did you guys? Missouri, I got to go do Perry. Got to do a burn for him. Iowa, I got to go burn for Mark Drury. It was really cool. Got to go up there and do that. And then the same day, myself, Perry, and Wade hopped back down into Missouri and did a burn for Dustin Lynch.
Oh, cool.
That was really cool. So yeah, I can go just about anywhere. It's on me to check with the local states if it's outside of Illinois to make sure that they don't require anything other than what we do here in the state. So I called the Iowa DNR and he was like, just don't burn anything that's not natural and let the local fire department know. I'm like, got it.
Got it.
All right.
Won't forget this time.
Yeah, we'll remember that one.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to get a hold of you, we'll make your contact available. What's the process of you coming to their place and doing a burn?
Kind of depends on distance. Like you, for instance, the first time, 4 hours from where I live. So you sent me some Onyx links and I looked at it. I'm like, yeah, it's doable. Come out and do it. Somewhere closer, I'd probably like to drive out and take a look at it. Ideally, it's better to step foot on something and look at it and assess it before you just go light a match.
Here we go.
Yeah.
And two, so
Eyes closed.
it depends on if you need me to do everything or want me to do everything as far as prep work up to the burn goes, or if you've got the time to do it yourself. It makes a big difference in pricing and things like that. Burning for Mark, for instance, Perry went in and did all the prep work, so it was a lot easier.
You just showed up and burnt, did the burn.
Just showed up and pretty much burned it off, fully insured, so I've got that going. But yeah, just.
But you can do it from
Facebook.
step one to finish.
Yep, can do it from step one to finish, or I can do it anywhere from step 3 to finish. It just
Right.
depends on the landowner or property owner.
Cool. We do have a machine. We could make that work.
Yep.
I help you out there.
Yep, we can get stuff done.
Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. It'll be cool to see, one, if you get any clients from this episode and doing more, and then it'll be cool to see the growth because, man, land management stuff is so fun. Like
It is.
It's a neat thing to be able to
out
do.
there.
I'm hoping it's going to take off. So I'm still only in like year 3, I guess, technically, of the business. You asked me the first time on the podcast if I'd quit my job to do this stuff full time. I'm like, the answer is yes.
Can we say what you do full time?
Yeah, I'm a sheriff's deputy full time. The police.
The police.
The police.
You're a professional narc,
right?
Yeah.
got a lot of fun doing that. Did the EMS thing for a long time too. I did 8 years as an EMT, still certified.
Damn, awesome.
As that. Do the police thing, and still do the firefighter thing, volunteer. Even dispatched for a little bit. So I've done a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you're experienced in tense situations, I'd say.
Yeah, I can handle the ever changing situation.
You handle the heat.
That's right.
Heat,
Look
blood.
like the
whatever else you need.
Doing your farm the first time, for instance, we had to make some pretty rapid adjustments at times because we had those 2 or 3 spots that were like, there's some shit going wrong here. We gotta switch. So didn't have any issues after that. It's part of it.
You really gotta be on your game when you're doing that.
Yeah,
sure.
You gotta be aware and
you make it comfortable. I will say it's nice having you there because it's like you got to have the guy, you have to have the boss, and then everybody just falls in a position. We have a good time. Like once you get going, it's under control. We were all working and talking, and it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yep.
And it's cool. Like in the grass, you're like, man, we think we'll find sheds. It's fun to like throw out those waivers. How many sheds do you think we'll find? Which we didn't find shit. You found a set.
Found one match set.
You didn't find him one.
I found a big one.
Yeah.
But that was the first time. Yeah. But what's crazy, I told everybody, I'm going to be kind of vague in these details.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's some sheds out here that I looked for from a deer that I had already killed. And I was hoping to find his year before sheds. I'm like, well, they could be out here in the grass. This grass has been burned in a decade. Who knows what we're going to find? Burn nothing. A couple of days go by, and I just cruise by the farm to just see how it looks. I see something orange glowing, you could see it from the county road. What the fuck? I drove in there, and I'm like, you got to be shitting me. It was one of the antlers that I was talking about, and we were right by it and didn't see it. I think it was under a clump of ash.
Yeah, it's like I told you. Wait till you get a little bit of wind or a good rainy day. It goes out there and knocks all that ash down, and then those antlers are just sticking up.
Or if you get the green growth, a little bit of green growth in there, and that white orange will stick out.
But you know what's great? We found some old dink sheds. I figured there'd be in 10 years or whatever, there'd be sheds like that,
of them in there.
and there was not. There was
Still got a
not.
bunch of mice in there. I'm sure that the mice get in there and chew and eat them.
Totally, yeah, they do. But man, it's like I
think
can't believe
there'd be a
somebody
lot
from the
more.
county road didn't snag it.
Right.
But I guess
they're all about that down south. I don't know if they are up here. They'll just drop.
everywhere.
For sure.
This thing was glowing. It was glowing orange in the sun on a black canvas, basically. I'm like, what the fuck? That wasn't there. I'm like, we were right by it.
Yeah.
But that's the fun part, the little treasures.
Yeah, and same thing at Austin's this year too. We pretty much burned everything, and we're in the side-by-side driving around just checking things out afterwards, and he just jumps out and he's like, got him, and pulls up this match set. He almost run over it, and he's like, yeah, there it is.
No kidding.
So,
Okay, cool. I thought you were going to say he didn't find anything either. I'm like, it's crazy.
Have you found anything crazy?
No, not yet.
Nothing weird yet?
Not yet.
No mammoth tusk or anything cool?
No, I'm not Judd. I'm not that cool.
All right, I got a question for you guys. You guys are land guys. You guys are a little in tune. Bigfoot, yes or no?
No.
I think it's all made up.
Yep.
People put that costume on. Stupid. Somebody's gonna shoot.
Somebody's
Get shot.
Somebody's gonna
Judd?
get shot.
Like I said, I think I said this on my Deercast episode. I think in the past there's been something like that, and the story just carried on through generations, and now we have an oral tradition of it.
Doug?
Yeah, not anymore.
I'll say this. Around here, I would say no. But when you're up in the Wyoming mountains, shit could get weird up there.
There's some weird stuff out there.
There is.
I'll be honest. If Doug told me he saw Bigfoot, I'd be like, no, you didn't.
I thought I did. It was my bear.
Did you really think it was Bigfoot at first?
Dude, the way it just walked, it was like, holy shit. I saw it. I was like, oh shit, it's coming this way.
The fucker's on.
I got no service.
Yeah, but dude, if Doug's here long enough, Doug will see a ghost here.
Oh, yeah.
Him and Jordan together are the worst, dude. If
You can't
What
put
about
those
ghosts?
two in.
I haven't seen them on here, and you guys talked about it.
You never seen a ghost on fire?
I live with one ghost.
a ghost?
Yeah, we had a little boy died in our house back in early 1900s.
Shit,
Okay.
fuck.
He just hangs out.
See?
See, I like this. I'm not
I don't
saying
believe in a
listen,
ghost. I mean, I would call him a spirit, but I mean, he just hangs out. He's cool.
there.
Well, here's my. I'm not
he's
saying
part-time
I
yet.
don't believe in ghosts, but I'm saying I could probably see something one day that'd be like that was a ghost. I saw it, but I'm not like I'd have to be hard convinced. Whereas Doug and Jordan together, if a breeze hits them just right through the window, they're like
Ghost.
the temperature change.
It was cold.
I don't say that.
Yes, you do.
But pretty much, you and Jordan are.
No, so
I'm just saying, ladies out there, don't ever go into haunted houses with these boys.
I got a setup for you.
it'll be-
My house,
Carrying them out.
cemetery,
yeah, it's all right there.
Halloween, full moon. You
You'd
hunting
You'd
it?
have the right set. Hell yeah.
Am I hunting it?
You hunting it?
Hunting ghosts or deer hunting?
Well, deer hunting.
Yeah.
You're in the cemetery.
Wait, you're hunting a cemetery?
Yeah, I've got
Cemetery
one on my
butt.
property.
Here's my thought about
You have a
cemeteries.
cemetery on your property?
Yes.
What
Your
the
property
hell?
is tax free then.
Is it?
Should be.
I'm about to fucking look into that because I don't know.
Brother, we're looking at it right away.
But here's the thing. I get the cemetery thing spooky just because there's decaying corpses there or whatever. That was a weird way to explain that, huh? Brendan says, why did I say that?
Well gone.
It's true.
I instantly was like, why did I say it like
It's
that?
all in your head, dude. Like, yeah, they are spooky, but
But here's the thing. If I'm a ghost, I'm not hanging out in the cemetery.
or I'm dead.
I'm going to go to the
I'm going
fucking
somewhere
titty
cool.
club.
I'm
dude.
gonna fuck with some people hardcore.
Yeah, I'm just going to hang out at the titty club and
Yeah,
chill.
but you're not going to notice a ghost at a titty club.
Exactly. That's probably where most of them are.
Talk about goth ghosts again.
But also,
I
just
will
like,
say,
if you're a ghost,
You see a dog come out of nowhere. Oh,
why would you be hanging out at the studio if you're a ghost? I mean, maybe it's trapped here because that's
you're
where it
stuck
was.
here, man.
Trapped
That's where
in
you
the
live. The way I take it, that's where you live. That's where you die. That's where you stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like
You just
stuck,
can't leave?
You're stuck
Fuck
where
the
the memory
hospital.
is.
That's when
Beetlejuice
hospitals close down. They always say they're haunted. I mean, if that's the way they go, I can believe it.
Yeah.
Hey, how many people die there?
Yeah, maybe.
A
But
lot.
the way I see it is a spirit should be able to go where it wants, and
Yeah.
I'm going to
Be
be
free.
hanging out at the
We don't make the rules, Kurt, for
depot.
spirits.
No, walk out the door. The sandworm gets you.
sandworm.
Yeah, like Beetlejuice.
I don't know if that would. I don't
You
never
ever
seen
seen the original Beetlejuice? Okay,
oh my God.
homework.
But yeah, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I think the idea of it's all fun, but I'll watch some TikTok videos that make me a little nervous about ghosts. You know, or like skinwalkers. Even though skinwalkers freak me out more than anything paranormal.
Yeah.
3/4 of that shit I just roll my eyes at because people don't go outside and don't know what they're looking at. There's some of that stuff that winds me up a little bit.
Some of the skinwalker shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I'd
creepy.
rather see a ghost any day of the week than a skinwalker.
The skinwalker. All right, here's my theory. We've talked about this before. Sorry, we were on a side tangent. Oh, yeah,
fine.
the Bigfoot thing.
I like it.
What's scary about skinwalkers is they're humanized.
Yeah.
Like, nothing about the woods and the wilderness is scary, but as soon as you put human-related things in it, then it becomes scary. Yeah. But if it was just, like, if you're in the middle of the mountains and you're just like, it's a little spooky, there could be a mountain lion or a wolf or whatever, and you're walking and you find an old abandoned house in the middle of the mountains, and you're like, oh.
It's way
with one light on.
I'm going in.
Yeah, one candle.
There's a light still on.
You
No
go in?
electricity to it.
Oh. Who said that?
Brandon.
You go in?
I'm going in. Yeah.
He's
I mean, the
adventurous.
light's not going to be on. Let's be honest.
Yeah, both.
Yeah, I'm going in the house.
In daylight.
I've done that.
I've done it in dark.
You've done what?
I've gone into a creepy old. So for like 25 years, I've been going up to Canada to go on a canoe trip, and we always go to the same lake. And on this lake, there's a trapper's cabin that gets used in the wintertime. They snowshoe in, dog sled, whatever, get in there, trap their critters, and they got to be out by a certain time. And so we knew about it for years. And one year we're like, well, we're right here. Let's go and check it out. And go crack the door open. It's got no windows. And I mean, it was just the stinkingest, nastiest little hole in the hill you ever saw. It was awful. Like somebody just living in there in the wintertime under 6 layers of clothes and not bathing. And then,
It just smelled like human must in there?
Oh, it was the worst.
It was the worst.
Really?
Just like fat that, was rancid and stuff like that. Because I'm sure he was like scraping hides and shit in there at night or whatever he was doing. Because it gets dark at like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
There in the winter. So
Ew.
Light the candle.
it was not good.
Yeah, burn that thing down.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'll kind of take back. So I don't necessarily believe in ghosts, but I don't necessarily disbelieve in them. At the same
You had to be
time. Like,
convinced.
There's things that you're just kind of like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of like
That's a ghost.
The alien type stuff. Is there stuff out there? Oh, I guarantee it.
Has to.
There's aliens for sure.
Space is
Absolutely has to
infinite. There's something else out there. There's probably 7 guys sitting around a table right now in another universe going, you think there's other people talking about this? Just like we are
for
right
sure.
now.
You think there's guys
But,
that actually hunt whitetails, fucking
Right.
Yeah.
alien fucks?
But like, I think it's the
They're
movie
weirdos.
The Exorcist, if I'm not mistaken, was based on a hospital down by us in St. Louis, St. Alexis.
Don't like that.
But you can't watch that shit
Yeah,
during
like
deer
that.
season.
And they like block
No.
off.
No. Never, dude.
Watch this movie
What
and
the
then
hell are we watching?
Now the Bigfoot thing, I think
that's you run out of the woods after you
Fucking
watch
Nightmare Zone.
the Bigfoot thing, I think what Judd said about a story from a long time ago, I think that's 100% fitting because if you look at science and stuff, there is discoveries, fossilized footprints that are, like this freaking big.
A Gigantopithecus, yeah.
Yeah, they're human footprints. So I think back in the day, Bigfoot, yeah, there was probably, giants back in the day that were hairy or whatever, and that's probably where that started from. But if that stuff was around today, we'd know about it. I mean, technology is
Let me throw this
That's why
at you.
kids
Let me
are. That's why
let me throw a
kids and
curveball at
Steve
you.
are afraid of the dark because that used to save you.
Mm-hmm.
Steve is scared of the dark.
You throw a big. What if Bigfoot is an alien?
Oof.
An interdimensional being.
Yeah.
Interdimensional child molesters.
I'm gonna say there's a whole lot.
Turning the frog's gay.
There's
turned out
a
to be
whole
true.
lot that we don't know. I think they just keep from us. You
Yeah.
know about my thing. Like, how do people know now? Like, you're going through all this stuff, everything that was invented way back in the day. How did they know? We can't play them off as stupid. You know? I mean,
Yeah.
There's so much shit we don't know.
They're still finding animals that they thought were extinct or new animals.
Yeah.
Listen,
And don't get me started on the sea. Holy fuck.
here's the
On the water? Yeah.
That's a whole nother deal.
The ocean.
But I'll tell you this: Bobo from Finding Bigfoot would be a really sick podcast guest. And you know, if they can't find Bigfoot in 13 seasons or whatever the fuck they've done, he doesn't mean he's not real. He's just really good.
Is that the crazy rednecks?
They can't kill their cash cow, man.
What's the crazy?
Can't find him in season 1.
What's the crazy rednecks one that the TikTok always makes fun of?
I don't know, but they're all fucking
Those
pathetic.
guys are
Dude, the
so
BFRO.
funny, dude.
I was telling Judd we should make a bunch of false reports of the BFRO.
Dude,
Like,
there's been 2 in Fulton County in the last year.
Do they have it on there where they've been reported?
Yeah, it's on there.
all right, let's look it up. BFRO.
What? Hannah said he's in Peoria, so one's my
Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization.
There's Iowa right there.
Iowa has a club.
Oh yeah,
Here, where are they at? I'll tell you this.
There he is.
that one's got tits.
Of course, that's the first thing you see.
That's some fucking fat jacks on her. Here's the
That
thing.
Bigfoot stack.
That was
bro.
shitty
fucking
AI
double
before
Zs.
AI started.
Shit's gay. First of all, get a better website. Reports.
Shit's gay.
Things running off a flash.
Here comes the F word. We're going to drop it out.
Sorry. Yeah. All right.
Go
Let's,
to Illinois and Iowa. I want to see
let's
this
do
shit.
Illinois first.
304.
Whoa.
Triple the sightings of. Oh no, that's Idaho. You
Iowa
think it'd be way more in
78.
Idaho? Oh yeah. Okay. So let's get into Illinois a
There's
little
been
bit.
5 in Delaware.
County. Let's see if the county we live in has any.
Nope.
No, not one. All right. Let's
Wow.
check the county I grew up in.
We got one.
Randolph's got one.
Rock Island 1.
Oh, dude, it's in Hampton too. Where the fuck were?
Jackson County's got
Alphabetical order.
20.
Curtis.
Look at Cook County, 16. You think there ain't no freaking woods for a Bigfoot to live in Cook County?
19 what?
Creatures seen at a flooded rock quarry near Hampton,
69,
1969.
1969.
Damn. Well, yeah, they were on
All
acid.
right, go to Iowa.
Hold on, let's check one more county. Oh, I want.
Madison. That's got the most.
Let's check Fulton. since-
Madison, you said?
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, also not much
Yeah.
woods.
12 in LaSalle.
Doesn't make any
Fulton is
sense.
12, bro.
Yeah.
Damn.
2010.
Wow.
They're not updated here. 2010's the last one.
Near a dumpster.
There's at least one more by Banner.
One in Canton.
Yeah.
Nighttime sighting near a dumpster by a bicyclist. Deer hunters hear possible vocalizations and find strange footprints near Ellisville. Hikers find possible footprints by a cornfield north of Norris. Wood knock and possible nighttime sighting east of Canton Lake. Don't even report that one. That's fucking gay. 1969. Memory of seeing something chimp-like in the trees and being chased out of the woods near
Brereton.
That was some dude that hopped up on mushrooms. That's
baby
that. That's
Sasquatch.
mine.
Baby
Yeah.
Sasquatch.
69.
Iowa. I don't know what county you guys are in.
I'm in Scott. Oh, there's three. Three in Scott County? What the hell?
Yeah.
89. Campers hear loud scream at close range near
The Wapsipinicon? That's right down the road for me.
Bobcat.
81.
Wait, Eldridge?
Yep.
Possible Jackson being screamed as paper route at Eldridge. Holy shit.
Bobcat.
You threw it no fucking mess bottle. I was going to say, that was just some pissed off old grandma out there because she didn't get her paper on.
Dallas has 6. Yeah, no kidding.
Doug, you're Muscatine technically, aren't you?
Yeah. Is that on there? Nope.
No sightings. Dallas has 6.
Bigfoot. Thank you, dear Lord, baby Jesus.
The Beak's got
6 in Dallas County. Oh, no, 2. Well, 2 they're on there.
There's media articles.
2012.
What has a nightmare? Like, how can you have a nightmare? of a
No, this
fucking
is
Bigfoot?
nighttime in county.
Nighttime encounter. I read it as nightmare as well.
I did too.
I had a nightmare. I gotta report this.
I dreamt it up.
Who's got the most? Florida, 344.
Obviously.
Washington, 725.
That makes sense. Wyoming's 28.
What?
What?
Yeah, you would think like the mountain states, there'd be a lot more.
Yeah.
There'd be a ton.
Let's see how
I
recent.
mean, Illinois is up there.
That's because nobody's going up there.
Well,
Not many.
Surprising.
There's not a lot of counties in Wyoming now.
Brereton had one. There's like 4 counties in Wyoming.
All right, let's.
I seen a site and
I want so in my mind as an officer here, I wonder how many of these states with a high drug use correlates to the high.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking.
Florida's really adding up.
correlates to the high rate of Bigfoot
Florida man
sightings.
seems
Okay.
everywhere.
Let's talk about Florida. We got 17,
I
19.
see 21.
Where's 21 at?
Right
Right
under
here.
Clay.
Collier County.
Oh boy.
2012 was the latest one. Daylight sighted of a man-like ape while target shooting in the Big Cypress National Preserve.
Yeah,
That'd be really-
a lot of big cypress in there.
This shit sucks.
Yeah, that's kind
This website's terrible.
Dude, you better buy a BFRO hat.
Oh, can you buy the merch?
Yeah, right there.
Shit.
Oh, the BFRO store.
Damn.
worst logo in the world.
Why would you not have a Sasquatch foot on?
Yeah, what is the
What's the things on the left of the B?
That's what it is. It's sideways. The dots are the toes.
God damn it. You're right.
You guys are stupid. I didn't see it either.
That's why I never see Bigfoot. I don't see the bigger picture.
There's a really popular Bigfoot podcast.
God, we're dumb.
Sure. What's the Bigfoot podcast that's real popular? I would love to have
should
them
get 'em
on
on here.
I would
Remember
love to
back
have
in the
them on.
day, like when we'd always check that one site, they'd blow us out of the water because they're outdoors, technically.
Oh yeah, we were always neck and neck with the Bigfoot podcast.
Fuckers.
Sasquatch Chronicles.
Oh, nice.
Are they still a thing?
I hope so.
3 weeks ago.
The prayer and things to talk about.
Fuck, now they got everything to talk about.
Holy
Sunday.
shit. 1,151 episodes.
They're murdering.
Holy.
Holy shit.
I want
You
to.
see how many followers or
How long are they?
can't really tell.
1 hour. I mean, they're putting in some time.
I want to podcast with the Sasquatch Chronicles. If anybody has a connection,
Where are they from? I wonder.
put in a good word for your boys. You know what?
New Jersey.
Sasquatch is everywhere, brother.
Yeah, he is.
What's Sasquatch Chronicles podcast? Let's give it a Google.
Give it a gig, Jamie.
yeah, it's got to be a way to message them or something.
Speaking of, do any of you guys get mad listening to Joe Rogan when he's yelling at Jamie where the cursor's at? No, left. I said left, left.
Yeah, I guess I never really noticed that.
He's like, no, Google it this way. Like he's
Yeah.
the best Googler in the world.
Like, how to Google.
Go to About, see where they're at.
Hey, I mean, their website's fucking pretty nice.
What's with everyone on these Bigfoot titties?
Debuted in
a
2013.
lot of Bigfoot titties.
Bigfoot tits
Dude,
everywhere.
it's because they never
gets
get
the
laid.
views.
You got to
It
put
gets the
tits on
views.
something.
Just get the views.
Hey, you can email them.
Sex sells.
Okay, this is Wes Germers, the host. November 2012, my brother Woody and I came face to face with several of these creatures in the foothills of Washington State. I believe Washington could.
Well, they surrounded his car.
If anywhere.
Well, that was
Not-
the highest
and
number.
it was not
725.
safely.
Not safely.
Wow, there's his contact.
Malicious intent.
I'm gonna email these guys.
Let's see what kind of merch they got.
Oh, come on, have something. They got
Oh,
good,
we got flask.
Flask.
You got all fucked
They
up.
got coffee
Billy.
mugs.
they got good merch.
I swear, if they have some sort of drug.
Why do they have
paraphernalia,
more
I'm gonna
women's shirts than
die.
men's?
The ladies are fucking horny for Bigfoot.
Yeah, hey.
Yes.
Now you can Google up the
I don't blame
Bigfoot
'em.
sex fantasies.
Oh, that's a thing.
It's a thing, yeah.
Okay,
How do you know this?
not doing that.
How do I know anything?
Busted.
Eric?
Yeah, you do
You
know a
ever
lot of
seen
weird
the
shit.
old guy talk about Bigfoot?
He looks like he had 6 fingers on
No,
each hand.
it's
That guy-
it's even a weird guy about how like, Bigfoot came and had sex with him. and I
joke,
noted.
it's a joke, right? He's joking.
Maybe
I don't
not.
know anymore.
Oh, man.
I was probed by aliens.
I love that it's like you ever seen the one like he looks like he had 6 fingers on each hand.
He had beautiful hair.
You never heard that one?
It's like a TV interview.
Here, hold
It's
on.
funnier and shit.
Because I came outside and I said, "Get."
We should joke about that forever.
We still say it. He had beautiful hair.
I love how we were talking about Chris like doing controlled prescribed fires.
Talking about Bigfoot. Now.
Off the rails. Why does this always happen?
You said it was half BS.
That's what makes this fun, man.
It's got to be
I have a
me.
question. Can you lose your burn license by burning something down?
I don't know if you could lose
Bomar
your,
hasn't, so
I don't know if you could lose your burn boss certification, but you could definitely lose your insurance.
Yeah.
You're right here.
2 times.
Tim Peeler thought he was calling coyotes.
Instead of them, him.
He got something that frightened even the self-proclaimed mountain man.
This thing was 10 foot tall. He had beautiful hair. It scared me.
Sergeant Mark Self, as a
Scared me.
county deputy, didn't see the creature this time.
There was a 8 to 10 foot hairy man looking person.
But remembers the stories of a Sasquatch when he was a kid.
Was killing some animals, breaking in chicken houses, killing chickens.
It's the same M.O. that Tim says he saw for himself. The Sasquatch going after his dogs.
I come out here and rough talked him and run him off.
Got him to leave, called 911.
Rough talk
Then
him.
the creature came back.
But he come out
Said,
here.
get away from here. Get. And he went right back out that path again.
Deputies filed a suspicious person report.
I told him to get, and he got.
Where'd he say about the fingers?
I don't know what the hell.
I rough talked him.
Kurt, see if you can find a Monster Quest episode of the kid down in Woodlawn by Lincoln getting carried off by a Thunderbird.
No, I'm not looking.
Oh
I'll look
my
it up
God,
after.
dude.
I'll never be able to find it.
Like Woodlawn, Illinois?
Yeah, Woodlawn, Illinois.
That's like the mythical thing, huh?
The Thunderbird, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Dude, it's just...
Well, the Mothman's
Just
another
guess.
thing. You'd think this episode was launching close to Halloween. I'll change the subject. First of all, I want to give you guys 2 Elite Plus memberships to Deercast. So there's that. Thanks for coming in. And then
Appreciate it.
Bottle of Kill Bottle Whiskey is our brand. I saw there's an imposter version of this whiskey out now, which is quite flattering.
Yeah.
Competition's good. That's fine. But don't act like you didn't get your inspiration from us.
Yeah.
And we want to give you that bottle. So
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
don't drink it all in one time.
Oh, I won't.
But you can if you'd like.
And doesn't burn that much.
It's beautiful. And it tastes great. Had that starter drink, was a old fashioned. It was delicious.
You know what doesn't taste great?
We got you one more present.
Oh, the Malort. Here we
One
go.
more present.
All right.
On that note,
Doug,
it's
I'll
time.
take a beer on that
It's
note.
Malort time.
Gotta have something to wash this down.
Yeah, I'm not.
Malort time. You guys might want to open that kill bottle to
While
wash
we are
down.
doing Malort, I do
That's
got.
you and Doug. Doug's the one that
Doug said he was going
I do
do it.
got
I'll
to throw
do it,
my
bro.
dad under the bus here on a controlled burn.
Uh-oh.
We were burning our old dirt bike track. It's like a CRP field,
Yeah.
and it got a little too close to our neighbor's hay bales, and he's in the excavator trying to stop it.
Oh,
and,
no.
we couldn't stop it. And I think about 50 hay bales caught on fire. Jesus, you poured that so much. I want that
Wait, you
one.
only doing 2?
I'm done.
I want that one.
Are you doing one?
No.
Why not?
Yeah, he is.
This is
You have
fucking
to.
terrible.
Go
I
get another
listened to
shot
the
glass.
Go get
podcast.
another one.
I couldn't find...
pretty
All right,
close.
This is the most.
You guys got to walk us through what's happening in your mouth while you're taking the shot. 'Cause
right.
it's a ride, man.
I can't
It ain't
talk
nothing.
about
Wait,
it.
you got the shot in your mouth.
Just make sure you zoom in on my face. So you can
Oh
see
my
this
God, you poured it
horribleness
so
here.
full.
I'm
Here.
not.
All right,
I'm not letting
I'll
it
make it
touch my
fair.
tongue.
I'm not gonna.
I'm sending it.
Not
straight
gonna
I
to
didn't know
you.
I was doing it. I thought you guys were
You
doing
were the
it.
one that said you wanted
Oh yeah, for a
Chris,
guest.
hold up the bottle.
Oh yeah.
Things Malort has been described on the WCB podcast, famously on episode 700, as Grandma's squirt blanket.
Who said that?
I just heard it.
Oh,
It also has been described as
Give me this.
Make sure you
I'll
pour it
pull
in
my
there good.
own.
moldy basement. Mm-hmm. It's like if
keep going.
you took a shot out of your basement sump pump pit and it burned.
Yep.
We might as well just finish it off.
Yeah,
We'll
look
go
at
ahead.
that.
Eric, take that.
Please, Lord, no, I'm not touching it.
It's just a little bit.
Judd's
There
gonna
you go,
do
Judd.
it. Oh my
Oh
god!
my god.
We're doing this on the count of 3 or one at a time.
Hold on, Judd's got. Oh,
We got to witness this.
I'll go ahead.
Go for it.
I just got a little bit. That's...
Okay, boys.
Makes me really not.
you
wanna
guys
do
have
this.
never had this.
Nope.
No.
Okay, but you get. Hold on.
It's a
Don't-
prescribed burn.
Here's what you have to do though for the podcast. You have to be.
Authentic.
Expressive. So take the shot before you chase it. Talk about what you're experiencing so people know. Like, and there's no wrong adjective. Just let the people know what your body's telling you, and that's what it is.
All right, L'Haim.
So drink and explain.
Yeah, that's dog ass. Oh,
It hadn't
man.
even got you yet.
Yeah, that's
Just
good
wait.
shit.
It hadn't even got you yet.
All right, now it tastes like rubbing alcohol.
Okay, that's pretty good then.
Yep.
Wait.
Maybe a little hydrogen peroxide in there.
Brady, did you do yours yet?
Holy
No.
shit.
It's like
If you're scared, go to
99% alcohol mixed with the mildy.
A mildy?
There we go. There we go.
I can't think
It's
anymore.
like I'm chewing on a wash rag that's been left out in the gravel after I clean fish for a week.
Takes like
Yeah,
Just,
in the
I've just
rain.
got some sort of nasty, moldy, musty.
Yeah,
just
bucket of
It's not
moldy
that bad.
dandelion greens.
Wait.
yeah.
What?
Just wait. You
I'm
don't.
joking.
What do you think?
Like the first 2 seconds,
Yeah.
it's not
Well,
terrible.
Yeah, you know,
But
it's,
then you get the like I feel like my tongue's trying to crawl down my throat.
It doesn't leave. That's the problem with Malort is it doesn't leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even then you take a
these
drink.
fancy people in Chicago drink this shit.
It's idiots in Chicago.
I will say the second time wasn't as bad as the first.
I'll tell you this: we were putting Malort on ice. Like someone's got to enjoy this in some way, so we're trying Malort different ways. But if you want it out of your mouth, you almost have to take pulls off that kill bottle.
I'm gonna go brush my teeth real quick.
Yeah, that's exactly how it makes you feel.
Didn't Steve buy Malort ice cream?
Mustard.
Mustard. Oh man.
But like Malort.
Horrible.
Did you read the description on it?
I haven't.
It says
yeah,
this
read that.
will suck ass.
Hey, there's still more in that bottle.
Really burns your insides.
Malort
Not good.
has the aroma.
Like your insides are letting you know
full-bodied
it's
flavor.
not good.
It doesn't like have the good heat going down your throat.
No.
Do
Malort,
not
it's just
enjoy
like that.
responsibly.
This is
Like
Malort's
it
website.
slides down your throat and hits your stomach.
You know,
and
I
it's
feel
heats
like
your
I feel like
stomach.
on that. I feel like that hollow oak tree would just burn an inside.
What does that say?
Yes.
Sucks. Malort,
Yeah, Malort
sucks.
sucks.
Yes, it does.
This is their website.
Malort candies.
Here's the label. Malort has the aroma and full-bodied flavor of an unusual botanical. Its bitter taste is savored by
Hey,
two-fisted
does that say-
drinkers.
Does that say Jepsons?
Yes, it does.
This is Young Boys.
Too many P's,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Wait, scroll down.
Do you guys see
Is that a
the?
hockey jersey, Malort?
That hockey jersey's pretty sick.
Did you guys see Malort's TikTok after the Pope got elected or whatever Pope?
Because he's
gets?
from Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to the new communion.
My favorite thing
Get a
is when
Cubs
they
jersey.
The onesie for the baby. Like who the hell would want a onesie?
they had
for
a
the baby?
shirt.
They have a Malort
Eric, we need bow
tie.
ties.
Oh, man, that's horrible.
I'm gonna order some Malort
Still just
swag
as
for
bad
the
as
studio.
We do
They
need
had
playing cards.
It just hurts the insides.
Yeah, my gut hurts.
They had a
I
Malort
think you
shirt
should
that
ban
says,
that shit.
"I drank Malort and fought my dad."
Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate.
I think I'd rather drink diesel fuel.
Oh,
It's
definitely.
got to be
Yeah,
better.
I have, and it is.
Yeah, getting gasoline in your mouth when you're trying to siphon something out tastes way better than that does.
The essential denim jacket's on discount right now.
Oh shit!
Malort liquor.
Canadian tuxedo right there.
maybe
I
that's
kind of
just-
thought that was the back of the studio for a second.
That guy's there
looks like
right now dropping off a case of Malort. No, all right, I'll tell you this. The shoot after party this year is going to be at the Depot in New Windsor. And they may or may not be ordering Malort to have for the
Shit's gonna
reason
get weird.
of people wanting to try Malort.
Nobody will. Nobody.
I would auction a bottle off while you're there.
There you go. You all sign a bottle and auction it off. That'd be cool.
God, I feel different just after doing that.
Yeah, weird.
Like a bad different or good different?
Yeah, I'm gonna go fight my dad.
You're not
Gay.
gonna.
Marv, I'm on the way.
That's not gonna go end
Malort
well
makes
for
you gay.
I understand.
That's what they're feeding the frogs.
We need young boy back from Wisconsin now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't even get to. He ain't even there yet.
There ain't no
No,
way.
he's there.
No, is there?
He's an hour and a half away when I talked to him. We talked to him.
Oh.
Did he get to roost some turkeys or?
No clue.
He's pretty cocky right now about the turkeys, man.
He's pretty
It's
cocky
fun
for
to watch.
missing.
Someone's got to put him in his place.
Can his
And I
chain still
think-
be taken?
Am I the last one to do it?
Yeah.
I mean, Illinois season's
Oh
closed.
shit!
You gotta, if you could beat his bird, yeah, well, I'm done hunting for the spring.
I still have a bow tag.
Doug's going to kill a 40 pound bird with a 30-inch rope.
Your bird would have beat him.
My bird I killed at Austin's with a gun would have beat it.
Yeah.
That would be a hard one. That would almost be impossible to beat. That's a fucking.
I know.
tank.
And the thing is that I had the bow and the gun. And that
Just didn't happen.
I'm not going to shoot
I
at
mean-
a bird at 40 yards. So.
No.
Yep, I was in the same boat.
Not with a bow. Yeah. It's
I might now.
and your bird was
'Cause I
pretty good
pissed off
too.
at him.
Austin's got some sick birds out there.
There's a bunch of old
Wouldn't know.
mature birds.
Didn't even kill him.
Hell, same boat, same field, same finger of the timber line.
There's a lot of birds in there. We saw 5 strutters and there's 2 more. There's between 7 and 9, I would guess.
Well,
Struggling, Joe, with the Malort?
It's coming back.
It just
He had a
does.
sip.
It's like
Didn't have much.
you need a chaser or something.
I had the vapors. Yeah, I'll go grab something in a minute.
Push latte, or you want some kill bottle? Crack it open.
If you want to open it, I'll drink some.
Yeah, that's what you need. That'll
I'll
just
crack it open for you.
What if you mix it?
It took care of it
Malort?
last time.
Oh,
Why would you do that?
That's a waste. That's,
The Malort,
that's an
the
insult to
Malort kill,
bottle.
the kill
Mad at
Malort.
you now.
here's
The Killort?
The
Calort.
that was
Jepson
way
Malort.
better than anything I could think of.
They have
Holy
bourbon.
shit. The
They have
Killort.
bourbon.
The Killort?
The Killort. That sounds fancy.
I would never.
Oh, they actually make other stuff besides this?
bourbon.
Oh, wow.
How's that?
Barrel aged Malort.
No.
We need the mini 6-pack.
We're aging that shit.
It just gets worse
What
over
do we
time.
do?
Take a
Look
rip
at
off
that.
the bottle.
Go for it.
What do they do? Just put it in a grandma's basement?
I love
There's
this.
enough alcohol in there.
Jepson's Malort mini 6-pack. You may also like. No, bitch, I don't like any of it.
It's giving you
did it.
suggestions
I'm good.
for other shitty alcohol.
That is the perfect antidote to Malort.
A better whiskey.
Yeah.
Hey, they're
that's
leading into
stepping
their
out.
marketing.
You haven't had any yet. You might as well try a little.
No,
bit of this here.
I'll go out of the bottle.
Too late.
Like a gentleman.
Get you snort, chew on it a little
There
bit.
you go. Just a little half shot. Try that.
Chew on it.
You mix that shit with Malort.
Dirty.
You're
You
having
drank
the
it all
first
out of
shot of calort or whatever. That's
Calort. You mix it.
It's called calort.
Oh, there you go.
That's good. Thank you.
It's much better than Malort. We're confident in that. Well, boys, this is a random ass BS session. We covered land management, invasives, Asians,
yeah.
Bigfoot,
Yeah.
He's also invasive.
the paranormal,
Yeah. Yep.
potentially invasive, Malort, turkeys, kids, camping chairs.
I need that chair.
Coming in clutch.
Quite the list.
I give it to you. You're not even reading anything. It's not like you're looking down. I mean, you're just
Ripping, brother.
Stone for
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That chair's 2 for 2.
He's a host.
Doug can't get off the chair.
who knows?
And you can't buy any of them. I looked them up. There's not even any
Does
used
Jordan
ones out
for sure
there.
have the chair? We need to call him.
The top spots. You can't buy them.
Dial
Call him right now on the podcast.
No,
on the
that thing's from like 1997, dude.
Nice.
He's probably,
That's older than Jordan.
Jordan's probably
for
hammered
sure.
right now.
Doug, I believe in you. You're going to kill
Yeah.
an ostrich this weekend.
Whoa.
I don't know how,
Hey.
but you're going to kill an ostrich.
Snatch that chain.
That'd be sweet.
Get it.
I'd love to take that chain from him.
Get it.
He would be so mad.
He'd be pissed.
He might have to film
Hey.
it. If he kills a bird and gets back in
Did he
time,
leave
he's
it in
going
his
to film
office?
me do it.
Did he? Do you think he took it with him, or do you think it's in his office?
I bet it's in the office.
The
I saw
chain?
it.
Go get it and put it on.
No, I can't do that.
Yeah,
That's bad juju.
Disrespect.
It is bad juju.
I can't disrespect him
that
like
is.
that.
Hey, you're
You won't
having
see a
bad
fucking
juju.
bird.
You
That'd be
gotta
like me
change
taking
something.
your belt.
You gotta
Doug
change
will
something.
definitely
Shave
see
your
it goes
mustache.
then.
Here's the thing. Are you
You
confident or
can't
not?
shave the mustache.
I just did Malort, so no.
Shave the mustache.
Wait, shoot a turkey with your bow wearing the chain.
Oh.
Do one little strip of just for men, just like right here. Just
You gotta
it up
sh-
a little bit.
Side shave. Leave the nose down.
Hey, go put the chain on.
What are you talking about? Like a shaggy?
I'll do it. I'm pulling Malort right now, baby.
That was fucking that easy. I just had to bring it back up one more time. He's like, all right, I'll do it. Jordan's be so pissed.
He's going to edit him out of all future reels, videos.
Just a
ever.
black blob
Doug's
over
just
him.
not going to exist anymore.
He's gonna crop a big giant bottle of Malort sitting in his chair.
Yeah, it looks good on you.
It does look good.
Dang, Doug.
Wait, put it right on. Jeez.
Hey, little sneak peek. There you go.
I don't know if you're going to kill an ostrich.
Little sneak peek. The Solo Cup shoot down at the shoot this year. The prize is a chain.
Yeah?
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Jordan.
That chain?
No, it's
the
its
turkey
own
chain.
chain. Its own shoot chain. Look at that. It does look good on
It's
you.
badass.
I think it's beefy.
It feels good.
It looks good. How sick is that? No one else has got a turkey goblin chain like that.
Not
Well, they
even
stole our kill bottle. They might steal this now.
I bet they start popping up.
What's that?
Stuff
Knockoffs.
like that.
We're just trendsetters.
People making chains
Yep.
for sure.
Bunch of trendsetters over here.
Oh yeah.
Pretty sick. All right, Jordan's gonna be pissed when he sees that, but I think I like the cocky move. I think that's what you have to do. You have to cultivate the fun out of
Try
it.
to just take it home.
Because if he doesn't bow kill one this weekend, he didn't bring his fucking
His
bow.
bow's
His bow's
here.
sitting over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. He's got a gun with him.
Doug, both of you guys, it's in your hands.
I won't be able to go this weekend. Sad.
It's the last weekend.
Oh, I'm going.
Cancel your family plans. It'll
You
be
can
fine.
do it, Doug.
Hey,
They'll understand. Look what's on the line.
If it works out
My
perfectly,
wife's having surgery.
I could dump 2 birds.
Yeah, you
With
can't
a
cancel
bow.
for that.
You got time.
back.
While she's in surgery, you don't have to be there.
you have to film this.
That's true.
Oh, I'll film it
Just run that real quick and
What if you beat his?
with both birds.
Yeah,
It'd be awesome.
took the chain from yourself.
Daggers on daggers and rope.
You know what I think we should do? We need to make a summer archery competition with WCB like Realtor. We talk about doing it with the belts, but we just make a chain. Because you can wear the chain and it's not as loud as the belts. Oh. By the way, did you see the embroidery on the belts?
The embroidery?
Or
We laser edged them.
real quick, and then we'll get the hell out.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I got to see what it
I thought I
feels
saw
like.
some
Yeah, you
Sharpie
gotta
work
try
on
it.
them before.
I had the opportunity to take him out.
I already
yeah.
won it. I already,
but you did.
already
not.
wore it,
Yeah,
so
I
you
didn't
might as well
realize
wear
that was
it.
lasered on.
Oh,
Yeah, so
was definitely
we
not.
takes it every
I
year.
was
We're gonna
close.
put that on their name and whatever, all the stats.
Every year we'll do it.
Every year.
So it'd be cool to fill them up. They're going to be all scratched up and dull. But
Fuck yeah, they will.
The back of it.
So hey,
sign
is
perfect.
Jordan's on film?
Yeah, yep, it is.
I can laser that too for whoever wants.
Yeah, but it's dated. It's of the year. It's just
laser.
It'd be cool to still
Laser Doug's name in the back of it. So when he gets it back, he's like,
Man, how
"Son."
mean is it going to be if he does kill a bird, comes back, and Saturday morning he has to film me kill a bigger bird and take the chain?
You just look at him like,
sorry.
Is there a penalty for intentionally fucking it up? Like, right. When
Yeah, my snake.
super uncool.
That's a death penalty.
Douche move.
Jordan killed a bird last year during the eclipse.
Yeah.
That's like a giant bird, and he didn't get it full mounted. Like a megalodon of a bird. Yeah. Huge. Like huge. Anyway, turkey updates are filled in. It's great having you guys in and bullshitting.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
BS sessions are my favorite because it's just fun. It's the time of year for BS sessions anyway.
It is.
As soon as when velvet starts growing, everyone starts after 4th of July, everyone starts getting deer focused.
I will say, when I was turkey hunting my parents' farm, I cannot believe the amount of bucks I've seen when nubs growing.
I've been seeing some
yeah.
good massy,
Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
massy nubs.
We'd see 4 or 5
Massy
yesterday.
Nubs
Yeah.
T-shirt.
Seen a few really good up and comers already.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Massy nubs.
Chris J posted one today that had brow tines already.
What the hell?
Shed and
Is he down south?
Not far.
Central Illinois.
Central, yeah. South Central.
I mean, it all makes a difference.
Yeah.
Let me check my cameras tonight yet.
Well, cool. Where can people find you?
Facebook, phone number. You can attach all that. That's fine.
Okay, I'll just do that. I'll link it in. So
Yep.
check it out.
Like I said, I'll travel. Reach out. We'll talk about it.
You got a slogan?
No slogans.
Feel the burn.
There we go. I like it. Kind of like my lord.
Need one on here. Yeah. What do we need?
My lord.
Should have
Need
asked
a Malort
before, but
sponsor.
You don't want that. Pull up in a Malort wrap truck with a trailer with a Malort wrap.
Feel the
skid
burn.
steer.
Probably be something,
About to burn this shit.
probably something like a Toyota too. I don't know, just something weird.
You just open the door, a bunch of empty bottles. Burn some shit.
Do this. There's those little mini bottles all over the place.
We're using to start light on fire.
cool if I plug my
Instead
name
of diesel fuel.
Yeah.
I sell for Hoxie Native Seed out of Linville, Iowa. If you use my last name, you get 10% off. So go
What's
check
your
that
last
out.
name?
McCullum.
How do you spell it?
MCCULLUM.
You sell Miscanthus?
No.
Okay, so explain what it is.
Hoxie Native Seeds, bag of seed. I'm typically from like southern Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, right around the Midwest. I mean, Nick can source whatever seed you need wherever you're at in the country. He was actually looking at mixes for Michael Waneke out there in the, what is it, the Willamette Valley where Michael lives?
Out in Oregon, yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, he can hook you up and just mention my name, get 10% off. And the stuff's kind of expensive. You know, we'll give you instructions. You got to follow them.
Yep.
But put some habitat on the ground. It's great work. Use it in conjunction with Big Time.
Yeah, good plug. Yeah, big time code WCB 2025.
Yep.
If you haven't got Borderline, get it. I know there's just a limited amount of bags, but yeah, a lot of options out there. Get creative, have some fun. And I would say just pay attention to native, non-native.
Yeah.
We don't want to cause problems for deer hunters down the road. They're cussing all these fucking TikTok hunters out here putting in whatever the fuck we're planting.
Miscanthus.
I'm getting hot now. Malort.
Oh, yeah. The
It
Malort
just stays there.
He's got
It's
the
in there.
Malort sweats.
It was good. Hey, it was fun. Thanks, guys. Good time.
Thanks for having us.
We'll do another one.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll do one. We'll do a fall one.
That'd be cool.
Everyone's all jacked about antlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Set up.
Jacked.
Here we go. You know what to do. Go shoot your bow. We love you. Peace.